After all group athletes finish their run and the athlete on the bike is still swinging over 20 cal, they repeat the same procedure for all athletes so that each athlete is doing 20 cal on the bike while the rest of the team is running. Okay, after they have finished this part, they continue with two workouts at the same time in pairs of male and female. Your spot is marked with a name number on your arm. So if you're on the bike with the number 1, you know your spot with the number 1. That's it. Okay. Pair 1 is doing 25 synchronized net pull over shoulder, while pair 2 is doing 10 rounds of 10 synchronized leg work and 5 synchronized dumbbell down to overhead and clean. After they have both finished their part, your coach will raise the hand and you switch the workout. You stay behind your spot until you can switch the workout. Okay? You cannot run to your team if you're finished and your other team members are not. Okay. You finish the workout, so the pair of the net pulls in the dumbbell leg pull workout, and the other pair is doing the net pull over the shoulder. The workout ends with a run to the finish line. With all 4 athletes holding their hands while crossing the finish line. The finish line is exactly the red line. The first red line. And those things from your I'm so glad that I don't take that. Okay. If not all 4 athletes are holding their hands, you will get a 1 minute penalty and you'll get no score if this happens with 2 or more athletes. And just do it. And you have to do the time holding 4 hands. Just the finish line. This is so we know their time. We can count how many team members are over the finish line and if someone is holding that for okay, this is the workout flow. Any questions regarding the workout flow? That is the standard. We go for the standard now. But any questions to run? You know what to run? You know what to do?
Oh, great.
So Jungs, hört ihr mich?
Someone is finished with the workout and someone is not
Okay.
finished with the workout. They already did it. They do it around them. So you don't disturb them with the workout. You know what I mean?
Martin, kannst du mal bitte zu dem Livestream-Kommentatoren kommen?
This is the workout and someone finished with the workout. There's someone around here. There's enough space. Okay?
I know what in like 6 and 7, but now I can do it. So is NEOH
Okay,
in 7?
for the ground to overhead. All forms of one arm ground to overhead are allowed. Only one hand of the dumbbell, only one hand of the dumbbell.
Hallo,
Hallo Julia, Hier spricht Michael, ich kann dich hören. Gib dem Fabian,
Voll schön.
mal eine Zeit. Für uns auch sehr schön.
Conny, ich höre euch auch. Super, Conny.
Hallo Conny, willkommen in unserem Kreis.
Ich habe da nur sehr schlechten Empfang, aber jetzt.
Sophie, Stream geht live.
Neo. Österreichs Geschenk der Natur hat tief unter dem Burgenland 36.000 Jahre darauf gewartet, mit absoluter Reinheit und perfekter Mineralisierung Körper und Seele zu erfreuen. Wiener, da ist mehr für mich drin.
Und jetzt ist sie online.
On the microphone, I will
Jetzt ist es online.
let her introduce herself to you guys.
Okay, so Jen, it seems like we're already online.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Austrian Throwdown 2019.
Powered by NEO. This is the 5th year of this event. Formerly it was called Hypertrophy. We're going to be here for the next 3 days, both here and inside the next 2 days. We've got some of the best competition in Austria, and dare I say, of all Europe. Some of the most amazing competitors coming from all over the place to be here with us today. So I'm Jen, I'm from Chicago. I'm a relatively new CrossFitter compared to these people who are here today.
Everybody is compared to them.
Everybody's here. I'm very excited to be here. This is actually my first CrossFit competition to attend, so I'm here as a commentator, which is such a huge honor. So tell us about yourself, Alex.
Yeah, my name is Alex. I'm a CrossFit fan since like 5 years or so. I attended the Hypertrophy every year. I was a spectator every year. Somehow I cheated my way into the competition last year as a team member. Which didn't go well for my team, to be honest. And yeah, this year somehow I snuck in again. And it's an honor for me to be part of this amazing staff that is organizing this. Give them a hand to all those also sponsors that are helping to make this possible, this event possible. Yeah, and it's just an honor to be here with Jen. And
Absolutely.
I hope that this is not your last CrossFit
Yeah,
competition.
we're going to be here for the next 3 days, literally from right now till about 8 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow morning we start off at 9 o'clock sharp,
Yeah.
and we go all the way through the day. And then again, we start on Sunday. So got to tune in, check out the live stream. We've got some free giveaways for some Instagram interactive activities later this weekend. So Alex, tell me, what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
Well, you know, we do have some very exciting storylines going on in this competition. We gotta see it from all the standpoints. Like if we see like at the team event, we do have like 3 really major favorites. That's Team NEO, Team Foodspring, and of course Team Arbeiter Strandbad. Team Arbeiter Strandbad is probably the most famous, if you want to say. They have Körner and Wagner, two top CrossFitters in Austria in their team. And yeah, it's just going to be really exciting who's going out on top there. Because on the other hand, I would say they're clear-cut favorites because all of the guys here, this competition, they wanted to bring this competition to the next level. That's why they changed the name to Austrian Throwdown. And they brought in two huge CrossFit stars, two game competitors in Thuria Helgasdottir and Adrian Mundwieler. So what I'm looking forward when it comes to the individual event is some of those up-and-coming young Austrian CrossFitters or international CrossFitters that are here able to challenge those guys. Because, going up with a game competitor is like trying to play tennis with Roger Federer and winning a game. It's
absolutely.
probably not going to happen.
Absolutely. We can't forget, we have Karen Frey here, 24 years old, out of Slovakia. She has been the top woman in Slovakia for the past 4 years. This past summer, she was a rookie at the games and did pretty nicely. If you look her up online, she had a lot of press coverage on her, really an up-and-coming person to watch. The other person I'm really excited about watching, our youngest competitor, is Nina Ladnikova. She is also out of Slovakia. She's 16 years old.
That's unbelievable.
16 years
What
old.
What were you doing when you were 16? Probably not competing, huh?
Definitely not competing at CrossFit, that's for sure.
I'm probably not going to say
Yeah.
what I did when I was 16.
So Nina finished 9th at the games in her age division last year, and I think something really fun is that on her Instagram, if you check her out, she had a picture a few years back with Thuria Helgasdottir saying, "This is my role model, someone I really look up to," and then this summer, she's going to be out here on the floor competing against her. It's cool.
Great
Yeah.
storyline. Imagine her beating her or challenging her. That would be
Absolutely, or
awesome.
even just keeping up. I mean, with your hero, your role model, being that young and keeping up is pretty amazing.
Great storyline, of course.
Amazing.
Yeah, what are we doing like for the first workout? Because it's starting. They took this event outside again.
Yeah.
This is what they do. This became a little tradition in the last years, but they a little bit tricked all the competitors, right? Because they brought out the workout only yesterday or 2 days ago, I guess, and everybody was thinking like, "Oh my God, we're gonna swim again. We're gonna swim again." I talked to some of the competitors. They all have their swimming shorts with them because they couldn't believe that there's no swimming.
Absolutely. And if you check out the Instagram, I mean, the emoji reaction to the announcement of the WOD today was really mixed. There was a couple tears, there was a couple yays. I think it was really kind of a shock because we are directly on a lake behind us, and I think that was kind of expected that we were going to swim.
I think we're online. So yeah, absolutely. So they took it outside, but they don't do the swimming. This is something I talked to some guys. They said they are a little bit disappointed because bringing it outside. I gotta say also too as well. I do regret it a little bit because it's always fun to see those guys. To see those
Struggling
huge.
in the swimming.
Yeah, struggling. It's just great to see some of those guys struggle with something. It's like that's pretty nice. So tell us, what are we going to do? Because the teams are going to start. What are we doing?
Yeah, so the team workout, let's get right into that. So we start off with teams of 4. Let's give you just some basic information here about how this works for our people who are watching who've never perhaps watched a show before. We've got teams of 4, 2 men, 2 women. Our first WOD here is called Sandy.
Which is because of the sand,
Because
right?
they are working out. Part of this workout is in the sand here, yes. And so
I couldn't believe it.
one of our athletes is going to start off here on the bike, while the other 3 have to do a loop. And I don't know if you can see the camera here, but they're going to be doing an outside loop around the perimeter here. We were discussing how long that is, and we both agreed we're not super great with distances.
I'm very bad with distances, because, it's just pretty hard to tell. I would say the round would take less than a minute.
About a minute. And so they have to really try to sync that up because the athletes have to wait until the athlete on the bike gets off before the next competitor can jump on and the rest can run. So in total, they have to do four times on the bike.
Yeah, 4 times on the bike. So every team member will have 20 calories on the bike arc and 3 rounds of running, which it's just a nice warm-up. So that's why also I don't see any people warming up right now. I think they're going to use this to warm themselves up.
Yeah, the mood here is pretty relaxed right now. I have to say, I don't really see anybody stretching or getting out there.
It's kind of a beach feeling here,
Yeah,
so
it really
people
is.
try to be like, they have a sandy
It's just kind of relaxing.
mood.
Check out the mood here. It's really relaxed. And even the music feels very just mood.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm at a beach party right now. It feels
Yeah,
really relaxed.
and it does look so. It does look
Absolutely.
that way.
Relaxed.
So yeah, and after this, they are going to do 2 workouts, right?
Two parts of the workout. One male and female pair, is going to start with 25 synced med ball over shoulder. Men with 60 kilos, women with 40. Although, thing that was interesting as we started here, one of the women raised her hands. One of the athletes asked, "Is it possible for the woman to take the 60 and the man to take the 40?" I mean, you go, girl. I don't know who said that, but awesome.
I mean, gotta be honest, I would choose lower weight as well.
That's
so
awesome.
I understand
All
those people.
for the strong ladies here. That's awesome. So while one pair is doing that workout, or that part, the other part is doing 10 rounds of 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell ground to overheads. And again, the men have 22.5 kilos, women have 15. They have to do 5, and then they switch arms. Once both groups have finished their part, they switch. They repeat that process, and then together, this is my favorite part of the workout, they all have to run to the finish, and they have to be holding hands.
Which is awesome because, as I said, you might think it's not tricky. You grab my hand after that workout, you're going to slip off. I mean, this is really, also with the heat and the sun, is going to be a very sweaty thing.
Absolutely, and I think it's something just tricky to remember. I mean, you gotta, how often do you run holding your friend's hand? I mean, who does?
Never.
Awesome.
Not even with my girlfriend. I don't remember us. Do you? I mean, you and your husband, are you running together?
Hands? No, heck no.
So it is tricky because it's like a new movement, right?
Absolutely. So talk us through the what the standards are for this workout.
Yeah, the standards are pretty easy. I mean, because on the one hand, the air squats. I mean, I'm not going to explain standards for running and biking. I think those should be clear for everybody out there.
Both athletes, we forgot that everybody has to start off the bike.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has to start off the bike, and then we have those 3 rounds of running. So the 25 sync mat ball over the shoulders, they have to be in sync. So you have to have a synchronization. But I have to say, this is very important, they don't have to do it at the same time. So if you and me, we would do the workout, you throw it over and I throw it over, we would be in sync as long as we're in the same rep.
Which would be kind of fun because you are very tall and I am not that tall.
Yeah,
so.
it is.
Yeah.
So that is the one thing. It would be just challenging for them to have like 3. As long as it's the same rep, it's all okay. But there are some standards that are pretty tricky because, of course, with that D-ball and everybody who has done that once, you would try to cheat. You know, maybe not full extent. You know, you grab it and then you're right in between, just shortly before the extension, and then you just throw it over. And you don't throw it over your shoulder; you throw it over the biceps. You know, so that is not got to do it. Judges are instructed to watch out for this. So you have to take it up, you have to have a full extension in your hip and then throw it over the shoulder. But as I said, synchronization is okay as long as you're in the same rep.
Cool. All right, let's talk about what else we got here. And then at the end, we talked a little bit already about how they have to be holding hands, but there is a penalty actually if you are not holding hands. Check out that penalty.
Yeah, what is the penalty? I think it's 1 minute.
Yeah, so we've got right here, if the 4 athletes are not holding hands, I think this is comical.
That's crazy.
The team will get a 1-minute penalty.
That is crazy.
If 2 or more people on the team are not holding hands, they actually get no score at all.
Yeah, that is.
So it pays basically to be friends with your teammates today to grab their hands.
It does really pay. So that of course. One thing we forgot is that there is also another point of synchronization when it comes to the dumbbells. Ground to overhead, you have to have a synchronization there as well on top of it. It doesn't matter how you bring the dumbbell on top, so you can squat clean it if you want to, you can jerk it, you can push press it, you can do whatever you want to do, but the rep starts with the dumbbell at the ground and you have to be at the same time on top. So if I go and I do this, I have to wait at full extension until you finish the rep for the rep to be counted. We're not going to explain an air squat because we also believe that everyone knows
although if you've gone to any gym around any neighborhood, you can see about half the people doing a half squat. So
that is a cheat squat.
It is a cheat squat, but who doesn't love a good cheat squat on a
Who doesn't love it? It's the best thing ever because at some point you always say, like, if you program yourself a workout, you say like, I'm just doing some little air squats and they're not working.
I got it. So what teams are we out here watching today? Which ones are you most excited about for the team events here? I know you mentioned NEO.
Well, of course.
Food Spring.
there are, I would say, like for this event, always exciting. I mean, it would have been most exciting to see people swim. Of course, that's what I already said. But the one thing that I really have to say is, I think Arbeiter Strandbad, of course, with Kern and Wagner, always interesting to see them. They have been part of a team. Now they've done a lot individually. Will be interesting to see them compete together. And yeah, of course, also the smaller teams, because I think this is always one of that's what I like about team competitions. Always great to see people like get to the first competition. I think we got a team from CrossFit Rossum that just snuck in somehow, and that's always great because you will see them really compete at a high level, and they love it. And also all those the cherishing and they are just going to go all in for each other, and I love that.
I love that. And didn't you tell me a funny story about Rossum? Because we were looking at the rosters earlier today, and we didn't see them, and we found out that they snuck in. I think were the words that someone said to us. They snuck in last minute, and they actually tried to get in earlier by offering up cake.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to know which kind of cake you would have to offer for them to get a place in here.
What kind of cake would you take it for? If you had made a spot in this competition, what
I'm very high on cream cakes, like with some heavy cream. So if some of you guys are out there watching to get me a cake, I'm all in on creamy cakes. What are your favorite cakes? We will talk a lot off topic as well, guys.
Absolutely.
You have to accept that.
Guys, please speak about the individual one also.
So then later this afternoon, we're going to be moving on with our individual competition.
Yes.
And so let's talk through that.
We will talk through that. It is, of course, as always, it's pretty similar because you can't do like a completely different workout
right.
that's not going to cut it. So we have, again, 3K on the bike erg. 3K, that's a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be curious to see how long these, I mean, for me it seems like a lot, but I mean, again, some of these women and men are working out 8, 9, 10 hours a day. So I'd be curious to see how long it takes them. What does that get you?
I mean, 3K on the bike would be for me like a workout for a whole day. Then they have to run one lap, and then they also have to do the mat ball over the shoulder. 20, it's 60 kilos for the men, 40 for the women.
And then they have to, again, run another lap, followed by 10 rounds of 10 air squats, and then the same thing with the team, 5 dumbbell ground overheads, 5 on each arm, just exactly like the team. 22.5 men and 15 kilograms for the women, followed by, again, another lap, and then just a run.
To the finish line.
To the finish line, yeah.
Exactly. Both for team and individual, we have a 25-minute time cap,
right.
which usually the usual CrossFit is saved by the time cap. I don't think someone has to be saved right in here at the time cap. So that is that. So, yeah, I mean, at the individuals, if you ask me what am I here looking for, I would really love to see how Mundwieler and Helgadottir are entering this competition, if they want to go up to a head start, if they want to have a good start, or, if they are just going easy on it because I don't know, maybe they don't like the sand or so. What are you looking forward?
I mean, I think, as I said, I'm looking forward to some of the younger competitors. I'm really looking forward to this weekend watching Steffi Schabel, just because I really liked her Instagram. I think she's completely inspiring what she puts up, and so I'm kind of rooting for her. I know that she came in last year first in Austria, first woman, maybe the past 2 years, first place.
Yeah,
woman.
she was really, yeah.
And then this year she dropped down to second place, and so I want to kind of root for her to get right back up there, see how she does today out here. A little hot. What do you think about the temperature today? Think that's going to be an issue for people?
Well, it could be. I think the most when talking about like what does it take outside, I do like the wind. The wind is like very smooth and it's okay. The one thing is, like when I watch like right here, it is a little bit of narrow space in here, right? Isn't it? So the problem would be for everybody to like get a lot of sand in there, because they gotta have some sand in their face, right? When someone does the D-ball and then the D-ball
that's such a
drops
good point. I hadn't really thought about that. I mean, as a contact lens wearer, I'd be curious if you get sand in your eye, that would definitely suck.
Yeah, in Austrian they say Augen zu und durch, which means close your eyes and just go through it.
Oof, yeah.
Close your eyes is a good strategy in here. Other than that, I talked to some of the competitors outside, and they told me, to be honest, I thought this is like a sneaky lower back breaker.
Right,
yeah, because I thought, at some point with 25 D-ball over the shoulder. At some point, you're not doing it from your legs. You're doing it completely from your back. And then also air squats. They can be sneaky on your lower back.
Right.
And also
You're
those
bending down and picking that up and throw. I mean, yeah.
of course, and the dumbbell snatches, of course, as well, because you are just not going to do like they wanted it to be. So that is that.
Absolutely right.
But they told me that forget about this. You want to go full. You want to be 90%. You want to be 59% all the way down. You want to be really quick, and because nothing's going to fatigue in here. Some guys told me that it could get a little bit fatigue on the quads. It could get a little bit hard on the quads, but usually nothing should happen. The top competitors here will use this workout as a little bit of a warm-up because, as we said, it's not big weight, is it?
No, so we're basically just going for some speed out here today, which is really impressive. So we've got here a list of who is in what lane. Let's go through that. So in lane number 1, we have Team Urkraft.
Yeah, they are from Graz. They are here. Then we got Wrong Needles.
We have to find them during this weekend and ask them, where did they get that name from?
Well, although I have to say
Croatia.
right now it is not clear if Team Wrong Needles is here
right.
because maybe they got the wrong address, which is a joke by itself. Thank you very much. Then we got the Murnockel from Graz. They are also from the Steiermark here, Styria. We got Sanctified Finest. They are from Munich. They are also competing in here in lane number 4. In lane number 5, we got the Food Spring Athletics.
Those ladies looked tough.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of curious if that one Food Spring woman was the one who asked if the men and women could switch weights.
Yeah,
60
I mean,
kilos for the women, 40 for the men. I mean, I want to find out who asked that because I was like, right on, sister. Strong
on,
lady,
sister.
I like it.
I love it. Then we got right next to Food Spring Athletics, we got Team NEO. We got Team Arbeiterstandbad. So we're going to have a really, I think, when it comes to excitement and when we're going to talk about who's going to win, we have those 3 right in the middle. That's going to be fun, right?
I'm excited to see Team NEO because we've got 4 competitors, 3 countries, 2 languages, what's going on there. So from Team NEO, we have Anna, who's out of Wiener Neustadt right here. And then we've got 2 competitors out of Germany, Kevin and Lydia. And then finally, we've got Mikey Steele out of England. And so I'm curious what language they're going to use to communicate.
Gotta be honest with you, Mikey Steele, if you would ever want to have like a cool name, that's Mikey Steele. That's by far a better name than my name. Gotta be honest with you, so I'm
And
rooting.
he's in the Royal Navy. You
Yeah.
know that?
Yeah,
That
he's-
to me just sounds tough. Like
Yeah, he usually he doesn't compare with humans. Usually he's just killing bears in the woods. He was asking if he can sleep in the woods. Then we got Team Arbeiterstrandbad, as I said, with Körner and Wagner going in the team. Pairing up with some guys from their box. They are usually always training in the cross zone in Vienna, and they took 2 guys from there to compete with them. Then, which gives this all a whole Austrian flavor. We got guys from Klagenfurt, CrossFit 9020. Then we got the Stirnacken Kommando 2.0. For me, of course, the winners of the hearts. My favorite team, and we got Team Brötli, the team that snuck in.
that's the team that snuck in with some.
In here, absolutely. So this is going to be fun. And I heard that there is a little bit. It's kind of sneaky because we got females and male competitors together, right?
Right. In the individual competes, yes. The women and men are actually competing together, and we've ranked that. And so using the qualification scores, the highest scores, or the people who scored at the top, are actually going to compete later this afternoon, while the people who scored maybe a little bit lower are going to start us off today. So we're going to kind of ramp up the excitement as we go on. But I'm personally excited to see all of that because these people are just amazingly fit. So I really want to see who's the fittest on earth here today. The fittest
on
in
earth.
Wiener Neustadt today.
I love it. Let's just say it's the World Championship. It's okay. I love that. Well, yeah, and also there's a huge challenge for all the staff members here, for all the team members, because you want to have that sand being acceptable for everybody again, because you do 25 D-ball over the shoulder with 10 different guys. This place will look like a mess. So they will have to be quickly just prepare all the sand once again, like really try to make this a fair competition for everybody. This is challenging. You know, it's also very challenging for everybody when it comes to the timetable. They want to keep it with the timetable. So yeah.
Yeah, and did you see when we were coming in this afternoon, there were people who were actually raking this sand right out here. Did you check that out? To kind
Yeah,
of
of course.
compare the fields here?
Yeah, and it's, all of this competition is not possible with people doing voluntary work. And this once again proves how what's an amazing community and community spirit CrossFit has, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think most of the people here, if not everyone, I mean, us included, are just volunteering because we think this is fun. We love being part of it. It's exciting, you know.
And to be honest, Jen, I just love to talk.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I think some of our athletes who are here today, and even the ones who went to the games, I mean, they really relied on their family and friends and the community to really get them there. I know we've got a couple competitors out of Austria here that wanted to go to the games that started a fundraiser just to get the money to get themselves over there. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, they had to because CrossFit, although it is more popular
growing,
than ever, I would say, it's not a sport where you can live off of it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Not in
yet.
Austria. I mean, there are just a few sports, I guess, in Austria where you can really live off. And this is the thing that they had to do, but they did it. In the end, they offered to do some coaching for money and all of that, and it was just a great thing. I loved the thing that everybody just helped together,
pitches in.
and they also are from a huge box cross zone. Whenever you're in Vienna, drop in there. I mean, drop all of those boxes, but they have a very, very special box.
For the break, for the commercials.
So I think we're going to roll into thanking some of our sponsors who are here today. We really are so grateful for the people who paid money so that we can get the equipment out here, we can get fancy signs up. So thank you to them.
Yeah.
I will start the commercials. Perfect. Just a short break.
Neo. Österreichs Geschenk der Natur hat tief unter dem Burgenland 36.000 Jahre darauf gewartet, mit absoluter Reinheit und perfekter Mineralisierung Körper und Seele zu erfreuen. Wiener, da ist mehr für mich drin.
All right, Alex, I'm getting pretty pumped here. We are getting ready to start. The athletes are lining up into their lanes. We've got our judges out there getting ready to start.
Absolutely, I think it is also for the judges. It's also pretty hard. But the lines are now online. Let's just say who's where.
So we've got in lane number 1, we have Team Urkraft, and they are coming out of
Graz,
Out of Graz.
as we said before.
Got a lot of Austrian competitors
Yeah,
today.
of course. It's
Yeah.
Austrian Throwdown.
Come on, Austrians. In lane number 2, we have the Wrong Needles.
Yeah, they are independent and they are from Croatia, as it seems.
We were a little nervous. We were looking for them earlier.
Yeah.
In lane number 3, we have Murnau.
Oh, actually, they're not here because
Ah.
I don't see anybody on the bike at the number 2. So we will see later on if they are really here
to
or
see
not.
if they jump in here last second. I know they were calling for them earlier.
That's
and
what
it
it
didn't
is.
look like they were going over. And as you said, there's no one on bike number 2 right now, which
Yeah.
is their lane.
That is
so
a bit strange, but on 3
Yeah.
we have, let's just get those through. We got the
Yeah.
Moonhocker from CrossFit Neustadt. We got some German competitors from Sandvik's Finest in CrossFit Munich. Then Food Spring Athletics.
In lane number 5, Team
Exactly.
Food Spring, one to watch. In lane number 6, we have Team Neo again. Looking forward to watching them.
Yeah. And then we will have Arbeiter Strandbad right next to them in lane number
We start in 30
8.
seconds.
Then we have CrossFit 9020, Stiernacken Kommando 2.0, and Team Brötli. We are about to get started. It's going to go down. Let's be ready for some goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I would ask all the judges
You know,
to raise
the
their hands if
you always get nervous before this. You know, you can't tell me that. I mean, we will have to talk to those guys if they're nervous. But I'm 100% sure they are nervous.
They don't really look nervous to me, quite frankly.
Are you sure?
I think
arms and hands up in the air.
I don't
I'm
see any
not so sure.
stretching or.
10. We are
Yeah, they're clapping. I
Preparing.
mean, it just depends on how good you are, right?
I mean, I think you get to that level and maybe you just, the calmer you look,
I need all 10 hands
you know.
up in the air.
I'm thinking you take this to your everyday neighborhood CrossFit gym and you, people would be doing the last minute, you know,
Stretch, yeah.
stretching.
So we should start right now because we
So let's see how this turns out. I think the strategy will from everybody be you try to go not too hard on the bike. You try not to go too hard on the running. But let's
ready.
Well, this,
get this one going.
here we go, ready?
10.
10 seconds.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I love it. I'm so
8,
nervous. Let's get this going.
7,
Austrian Throwdown 2019. Here we
5,
go, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1. Low skates.
Let's go.
Here
And
we
now
go.
we
They're
got
off.
people running all the laps. It is a bit narrow, right?
Yeah, that is challenging. Look at that. Those people at the back, they're really kind of gummed up together as they get off. We got a couple people way out in the lead here. It's kind of hard to tell who's taken off there first.
Yeah, but you're not going to win anything on the first
Nah,
on the first lap.
loop,
That is
no,
also.
they've spread out a little bit here.
So the last thing you want to do is like go super hard on the first lap. It doesn't pay off.
Our first competitor's already coming back in from the first loop. Bikers are still moving here. Let's see how much of a time difference there is between.
Yeah, and we got
running and
the
the biking.
Moorknockel doing the first change. We got a lady on the bike and we got 3 going on. So right now we got the Moorknockel in first position.
Monochrome. He's checking out who's behind him.
And then we got, I think that's the
I think everybody is off the
Team
bike
Brötli.
now.
Some are going down. We
Food
got the
Spring. Food Spring was kind of late off the
Stiernacken
bike.
Kommando
They're looking
2.0.
pretty, yeah,
Absolutely.
pretty relaxed.
Yeah, they are at the moment behind Stiernacken Kommando 2.0. You see a guy from them just running back. But the Moorknockel, I mean, they're going all out on
All
this
out.
one. And I
Yeah,
didn't
he is-
expect them.
he is
They are
almost
first.
a good lap out ahead of everyone else.
You see
there.
them? They are just going in. Let's see who is in second position. We will have to check that out. Yeah, so you don't want to go too hard, as I said.
So we got lane 8 here. Team Neo switching up, heading off now, looking strong.
That is amazing. Is that already the second round or the
Yeah,
third
they are
round?
starting on the second, yeah. And here we go, coming back here. Big group of competitors all together here.
Absolutely. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Let's wait and see. Moorknockel already going into the next round. They are really going into a 100% right here.
So we've got all these lanes gummed up together at the end here. Up, everybody taking off at the same time.
And we got, of course,
Let's check out who's coming back in here in first place.
there we got Team Neo again, coming back to do the next switch. It's always pretty easy to know who Team Neo
Yeah,
is
Team
because
Neo, they're
Anna's
leading us
gray
up,
hair
yeah.
will shine from the
Uh-huh.
sky.
25 minutes.
And there you go. Fatigued, the people do not, I mean, the faces do not look like they're fatigued at the
No,
moment,
I mean,
right?
to me right now, this just, except for the bike is looking like they're working hard, but the running, it's like they're taking a jog in their neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just have to know if you want to go all out on those bikes or not, because those bikes, you know what, it's the quads where it really hurts, and so I think the one who goes the last to the bikes and then goes directly into the workout part, like in the technical aspect of this workout, that's the one who's going to have some hurt quads, if you want to say.
The biker is definitely the pacer in this workout.
Absolutely. So we see again in lane number 7, that's Fatih Peker
Team number
from
8, Team Neo, still has a good lead here.
that is true, and we got him going. Unbelievable. The first team
Unbelievable.
goes on. That's of course Team Neo, trying to show us that they are the favorites. In second position, we got the Monocle. Unbelievable, I guess.
Yeah, they started off.
No, we got Food Spring. I'm sorry.
Ah.
Food Spring is second, of course. It's Neo. Food Spring.
Food Spring and Neo.
A little bit surprising to me that Arbeiter Strandbad is still running. Can't believe that. Körner and Wagner. And now we got the Stirnacken Kommando 2.0 coming in.
Got
So
lane
now at the
number
moment-
7 right here, who's coming back in right here.
Absolutely. So now we also got Körner and Wagner. They are doing the pair together. That's going to be some tactical work right here. You're gonna, I mean, how often you see some game competitors doing air squats? That's great
Unbelievable.
right there. So
Yeah,
now
really
we're
liking
gonna
that
have.
Team Neo right there in the middle. Can you see that?
Yeah, they are.
Look at
They are
that
quick.
synchronization. They are really flying.
They are quick. I do see Anna Donauer having some trouble with the ball. I didn't expect her to go a little bit slower on those D-ball over the shoulder. Let's have
Oh
a
yeah,
wait.
those balls.
What? How? So now we got going the movements. We don't see a lot of people like really having problems with any of those movements, right?
No.
It goes quick. It goes really good. You see the changing of the hand. You have to go 5 on one side and then switch to the other side. Compared to what we know from the CrossFit Open, usually you would have to switch at every rep. This is not going like this time.
They're
Interesting.
really just flying through those like they don't weigh anything.
Yeah.
It's awesome
Also,
to watch,
it's
yeah.
pretty hard for the judges, to really have it going on and really see what is going on and counting all those reps and also parallel looking if the synchronization is in.
Curious the strategy here for picking up those balls.
Yeah, I think
Right
that
here.
the sand does make it a little bit harder,
Well,
because
it's gonna be slippery.
yeah, it's slippery and people, I mean, on the one hand we got the guys with the dumbbells and the air squats, they are moving very fast. I mean, we just see here Team Arbeiter Strandbad, they are just very fast. I don't see people doing any breaks on that movement, do we?
No, not at all. But the wall balls here, these balls are definitely the challenge here, right here, right close to us.
I can see that as well. I didn't expect it to be that hard, to be honest.
Here we've got in the back here. That's really interesting. That really seems to be a differentiator here, is how well the athletes are moving with the ball. Some of the teams are just picking them up and just throwing them like they weigh a teddy bear, but then others are really having a hard time really figuring out a form of how to best pick those up and move them.
Absolutely. I think at all those workouts, there's always this one point that's the difference maker, and it does seem like those balls, not the balls, I mean the mat balls are really the challenging aspect of this workout.
That's going to be the
And
challenge today.
Who's better there?
At throwing those, yeah.
Those are going to win this workout. So let's see if some of the teams are already switching.
Oh.
We see the first T-shirt drops,
First
of course,
t-shirt
with the
comes
heat.
off.
That was clear. We got the first hands up, which means people are ready. We got Team Neo ready with their 25 D-balls over the shoulder.
Yeah,
So I
interesting, 'cause
think
we thought that the ball was going to be the stopper here, but it really looks like the air squats is what's
that
holding
is
people up.
interesting.
Yeah.
Team Neo is already ready with their D-balls. I thought they were struggling, but they absolutely are not struggling. They are doing a great job.
Absolutely.
And they're in the lead right now. Let's see if Food Spring are also changing at some point. That will be interesting. Also good for the guys with the D-ball. They get a little break. Like if you're really quick, you get a good
Right.
break. You can use that to your advantage, right? So let's see. We see the first faces of joy, huh? You see that?
Faces of joy.
Faces
That's a
of
good
joy?
word for it.
I hope you can see that as well, guys.
Oh, we got a little bit of struggling here. This lane closest to us right here.
That is true. We got some people struggling. That's Team Brötli, I guess. They are really struggling. I don't
Really
see a lot
struggling
of
that
people
ball.
doing the D-balls. I think everybody is now ready with the D-balls. So we are now really just trying to go who can go the fastest with those air squats and those dumbbells. This is not a very challenging movement. This is air squats and this is dumbbell.
I think it's really about being
ground
effective.
overhead.
you
That's
know?
what it
How
is. You got to be
can
effective. You got to be smart with your power, because right now you see Stinak Commando 2.0, they got the first problem with the judge. They think they have 10 rounds, they have 9 rounds. So they will have to do one more. But yeah, you wanna be efficient on that part of the workout.
Yeah, what do you think the best way to be efficient is on air squats and ground to overhead dumbbells?
I think, if you can somehow like variate where you put the pressure on your leg, like really it's just, yeah, whatever works, but you want to find a rhythm together that allows you to have a lot more power to do those D-balls, because that will be now interesting. Now comes the interesting part when they switch and they do the D-ball over the shoulder. That will be interesting.
I think height plays another factor here, just in terms of how long it takes you to get your body down and up.
Absolutely. So we got, to our surprise, once again, and we got Neo switching up. So we got Lydia Barcho and her companion. I think it's Mikey Steele. Is that Mikey Steele? I guess that's Mikey Steele. Do they now switch? So they are clearly in front, if you ask me.
Absolutely. They have definite lead here. I'm checking out to see which woman asked to take the heavier weight. We got to look for that today. Which woman is doing the 60 kilos?
Who's the Supergirl, right?
Who's the Supergirl? We're going to cheer for her.
So this is now very interesting because we got a lot of teams not switched. I do think that Foodspring has already switched as well. So we will see them be in second place. It is the expected battle of the two top teams, Neo and Foodspring. To my surprise, we don't have Arbeiter Strandbad in front, but they are switching now again, of course.
We got another team switching up.
They of course had the strategy of, don't go like pedal to the metal at the beginning. Try to be efficient. We also got Team Brötli, our team from CrossFit Rawsome, changing up, and now also Stinak Commando. Now everybody's changed up at some point, and we're switching. To our surprise, the Monocle going up on top from the running and the biking. They seem to struggle a little bit, seem to be still in the change. So now we will see, of course, that is important. What do you think after all those air squats? Does it hurt now?
Let's see. I'm looking at the faces so far. I mean, look at Wagner here. She looks like it's nothing.
Yeah, for her this is really...
Picking that up, that's just like picking up a teddy bear and tossing it over her shoulder.
I love that, tossing up a teddy bear. Yeah, they do, but it does seem a little bit slower than all the guys that didn't have to do the workout before, right?
Well, and I think that the competitors realize that the pacer here really is the air squats. And so when you're on the med ball, I think the first time when they were throwing that over their shoulder, they really were trying to get speed, and now they realize that perhaps it's really not about them. It's their teammates who have to do the work.
Pacing is everything in the workout. I think when it takes you about 25 minutes, that's really interesting. We will have to see how this one turns out.
So what teams have we got right here?
That is the team Brötli on lane number 10. They are just on the corner here. They are going fast.
We should ask them if they would still trade in that cake right now.
I bet they would love to eat that cake right from their couch. Well, we think we got the first teams also finishing with the D-ball over the shoulder. To my surprise, those D-balls, they do seem to be heavy, but they don't take as long as those 10 rounds with the 10 rounds, the 10 air squats and the D-ball ground to overhead. That is a little bit of surprise that teams had such a difference when it comes to the time, right? The one part was way longer.
And now we've got to synchronize too. Those med balls have to be synchronized. Both athletes have to be on the same rep count. And so at first I thought it was their hips had to be extended at the same time, but they just have to be on the same rep. And so as you look out there, at first that looked a little chaotic, like they weren't syncing those up, but they are.
Absolutely. It does look really good. Right now, don't think that synchronization at some point, I haven't seen a lot of no reps, to be honest.
No.
So I think athletes are doing a great job when it comes to synchronization of the air squats, of the D-ball over the shoulder. I see perfect full extension from everybody. There's no cheating going on the competition floor right now. I love that. Also, what I love is time cap shouldn't be a problem. Seems like everybody's going to finish the workout, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 'Cause remember, they're just doing one round, 10 rounds, overheads, and then they switch. So we're already on. Every team now, I think, is on already the second part of the workout.
Absolutely, and we also got two teams being in front. Of course, that's Team Neo and Foodspring. Both have finished their workout. Again, they have already done the second part of the D-ball over the shoulder. So now they're just waiting for their two teammates to finish the air squats and the dumbbell ground to overhead. As I said, I think that is what we can expect from the whole weekend. Just a fight between those two very talented teams.
So remember, as soon as they finish up here, this squat dumbbell overhead, they're going to have to grab hands and then run for the finish line. And that's going to be kind of fun to watch as well, because there's not a lot of place for them
Exactly.
to get
So,
out.
I mean, you said, Jen, of course, you said holding the hands will be key. And it seems like it's really going to be key. It's going to be a sprint for the win for the 100 points right here. We got Neo next to Foodspring for the win. Seems to be the fight that is going on right now. Arbeiter Strandbad, they are still working on those D-balls, but that doesn't matter. As long as the other team is also working, that really doesn't matter.
Tell me about the scoring.
We got 100 points for the winner, and then it goes on with 80, 60, and so on.
80, 60. And then at the end of the weekend, we add up those points, and then whichever team has the most points comes home with the win.
So, you don't have to win every workout. You just got to be the best. You just have to be the best average, right?
Absolutely. Now, what are the winners walking away with today? Oh,
Yeah,
we
got Team Neo is winning this one. As I said before, one of the three top favorite team. So we don't have a sprint. I think they held hands, so I think we got that part as well. And now we will see if Foodspring can hold that second position. And right now we have also Arbeiter Strandbad already waiting on their guys to finish with the air squats and the dumbbell ground to overhead. Does look like we are having Neo in first position. I do think that Foodspring will finish second.
Looking strong here.
We see Arbeiter Strandbad, the other two guys here that are working on those air squats and the ground to overhead. They are struggling a little bit, taking a lot of breaks. Gets those D-ball over the shoulders. They hurt them a little bit. That is Lydia Dietermeyer and Kurt Kaiser. Well, that's a name, huh? Mike Steele and Kurt Kaiser would be a perfect tennis double, if you ask me.
Mike Steele.
Teams are still waiting, still fighting. We do have Foodspring still waiting, so I did underestimate. I did think that it would have been a little bit closer, right, Jen? Because they, at some point, they were
really
pretty
expecting them to finish right after, because they started off looking like they were really neck and neck, and now it's kind of a break here.
Absolutely. We don't see another hand
breaks,
up.
yeah.
We just see Foodspring hand up. We do see the hand up at Arbeiter Strandbad. So right now we got Neo winning this in impressive fashion.
Impressive.
I mean, I thought it would have been a lot closer, but I mean, this is a statement win, right?
Absolutely. I think they're going to be the ones to catch this weekend.
Hell yeah. And you know what? That's also a statement to go in there. You see
Got another team running out to
you
finish
see Foodspring going on. They're not really running because one of them, he doesn't seem to have. It's great. It's awesome when you see people not sprinting to the finish line because they don't have to. And the guy who just did 100 air squat, this hurts.
He looked like he was
really awesome.
taking
He was
a walk
just
with
stuck walking over there.
But,
It's
you
awesome.
never should finish, never rejoice.
And then
before
we
you're
got the
there.
Moonokkel also
ready to
commenting
catch
at
up.
third. We got at fourth. We got the Sang fight. We got the guys from Munich going on. Arbeiter Strandbad still waiting. Still waiting. That is a bit of a surprise. We got Stirnak Commando 2.0 still working. We got Team Brötli still working. Those are the two teams are still working. And of course also CrossFit 9020. Our guys from Klagenfurt are also working at the beginning of the lane. Now Stirnak
Another
Commando comes in. They are running. I mean, running if you want to call that a run. And now
Impressive,
We'll
though.
wait
They're
and
all
see.
coming in here at under 18 minutes. I think we forget when we watch this, just how hard these workouts are.
Yeah, exactly.
So even if you're
It
coming
is
in,
really hard. It is really hard for those people here to finish the workout. Now we see also people coming in hand together, going into the finish line. And now comes also the question, who's going to get a better position than they expected.
Absolutely. Here now we're going to
Right now we got
here
Team Brötli finishing up, coming in. We still got CrossFit Klagenfurt working. We got Team Arbeiterstrandbad working. That is a bit of a surprise, gotta be honest with you. And we got guys from 90-20 working. We got Times Urkraft working. Now we got a sprint to the finish line, and they have to be holding hands. Let's wait and see if they can do this. It does seem as if that has not been a problem.
Oh, and I love it.
And now there's just one team working, and that is Kurt Kaiser and Lydia Dieterkmeier for CrossFit, for our Team Arbeiterstrandbad with Körner and Wagner. That's a surprise, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
Wagner's
you know what?
First Austrian woman.
We just got ourselves a hell of a storyline because they are going to roll from behind. Awesome. I love it. And the best part about it is whoever finishes last gets the best and the loudest applause, of course. And that is the best thing about CrossFit, and that is why it's the best community.
Yeah, Vanessa Wagner out there came in second at the Austrian Throwdown last year here, and then she went to the 2019 games.
Together with Chris. They together flew over there, as we said before, had the GoFundMe page. Did a hell of a job. And right now, the face on Kurt Kaiser does not look good. But he will finish it. I love that the judge also said to the people now, come on, give those guys a hand.
Cheer 'em on.
And that is the best aspect about it.
Absolutely. Well, that's really what I love the most about CrossFit is it's different than just going to a regular gym because you get the community waiting for you,
Absolutely.
cheering for you, regardless if you're the first place or the last place.
You will get the most attention if you finish last, you know?
Absolutely.
And if you suffer a little bit, people give you a hand. You feel this out there. You really feel this out there.
I mean, and clearly these competitors out here, I mean, they still are top, regardless if they're coming in whatever place.
Absolutely.
Oh, listen to that crowd.
They're still going hard.
But that really is the best part about CrossFit. If you've got people out there watching who've never come to CrossFit or are thinking about it, you know, really this is the community, right?
Also, great aspect is always Lukas Pecher from the Moonakle. He just went back, you know, to also the guys that have already finished. They come back and give him a hand, you know, just really giving him a. He's just.
Oh, we're gonna take it to the finish
destroyed.
line.
Kurt Kaiser is really struggling out there, but yeah, I mean, it's a hard workout.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest. And it's also never easy to be in a team with the two fittest people from Austria, right?
Fittest people from Austria. Amazing.
So that wraps up event 1.
Now we're going to move into our individual competition in a few minutes.
Jen, what do you think?
Well, I was actually really surprised at some of the placements there. I mean, I think Food Spring was NEO was expected, right?
NEO was expected, absolutely.
I was a little surprised that Food Spring came in so much after them. And then I was also surprised at this last team here that because they do have the two top in Austria that they were in the place that they were in. That was a little surprising.
Absolutely. Also, I think some of it was expected. We did expect NEO to be really on top of it. I didn't expect a huge gap. It was a huge gap, right?
Huge gap, right?
Between NEO and Food Spring. And then also the big surprise, of course, Arbeiterstrandbad finishing as last. But this, as I said before, gives us a great storyline. You know, they just they are now the comeback kids, right? They will do what we call in the football the fourth quarter comeback.
Fourth quarter comeback.
Hand on her.
That's how this team started off. Team Wiener started off in first place. They really looked like they were really giving it their all. And to me, Team NEO just looked like they were taking it easy at the start. And that was, to me, impressive how at some point that just switched.
Absolutely. I didn't expect that as well. Got to be honest with you, Moonakle, I always think, you know, when people are that fast from the start, and you see them doing a second round of running, a third round of running, but the other guys are really just keeping it cool. You always fear that they just fatigue out and they will crash at some point. Moonakle didn't do that. They did actually do a great job. So the strategy was really, really good. You gotta ask him. Perfect.
Yeah, cool.
Seems like we will get some interview partners coming up over. Whoever's coming up. I see people coming over here. You can all come over to us.
Oh, we're going to be attacked.
I
by
got
the
a back
sun.
workout. No problem. No problem. We got this. We got this. This was all planned, guys. This was all planned. So we don't want to hurt our guest if he comes over here.
Let's make some space.
Oh, is this Mikey Steele? Oh my God, the best name in all of CrossFit competition.
We got Mikey Steele coming over for an interview.
We got Mikey Steele
All
right
right,
over here
cool.
coming in for an interview. We need the mic. Jen, we need the mic. Is
You don't have to do
this
anything.
on?
It should just work. It should just on.
Yeah, we don't have to hold it. He can hold it himself. Are we on live right now? Perfect. So it seems like, yeah, guys. You know, we do this on the fly, so
Yeah.
we will have to wait up and see.
So we've got our first interview coming up here with Mikey
Yeah.
Steele. I'm pretty excited to ask him. He is in the Royal Navy.
Yeah, I'm excited if this is really his real name. Right now, come over here. Hello, Mikey. Already
Hi,
dressed up.
welcome.
You're already in your sandals.
Yeah,
Mikey Steele, first off, I gotta really ask you, is this your real name?
yeah. Mikey Steele, birth certificate. It's on
That
there.
is unbelievable.
Speak
You
of
need,
that,
you
yeah.
need to have the microphone in
Yeah.
there. Awesome. So, what did you think about the competition? We were thinking that maybe the quads will get a little bit angry, but was it good or not?
Yeah, it was good. So when we got to the dumbbell snatch, it was mainly the back, and then you start squatting down into it a little bit more after the air squats. But it felt good. But the run on the bike got you going to start with, so it was a good warm up into the D-balls. I thought the D-balls would be harder, but because there was no synchronization at the top, it was just you had to be on the same rep. It made it a bit easier to go.
Perfect.
But it was fun. Hot, very hot.
I love your accent, by the way.
Absolutely.
You can't understand it too quick.
No, I can't understand. It's their problem. You want to go, maybe?
So something I was curious about is your team. You have 3 different countries represented.
Yeah.
What language are you all speaking when you're out there?
So I'm half German, but
okay.
I haven't lived in Germany since I was 8, so I understand little bits.
Uh-huh.
But Anna and Kevin can speak really good English, so
Uh-huh.
they communicate in English to me. Then they speak in German to Lydia, and then if I can't understand it, they translate to us.
Awesome. That's
But it's the first
amazing.
time we've met. Like I haven't met Lydia or Anna before today, so it's
Today's the first time you've met them.
Yeah, and
you're
Kevin
all-
met them only last week at the Belgian Throwdown.
Will you be doing any other events together?
We're going to see how this goes, and then hopefully maybe get some sanctionals together if it goes well. But
Awesome.
we're-
Well, I think you have a promising start going on
Yeah.
right here. Did you expect to be the gap on top? That I mean, because you finished and you could have done maybe
Yeah.
another half of work.
Yeah,
on
well,
that.
we were actually behind on we finished the D-balls, and then Kevin and Lydia were still on the dumbbell snatch, and I think it was Team Food Spring were 2 rounds ahead of me and Anna, but then we overtook them with like 3 rounds to spare, so
Yeah.
I think we just caught them on the second part.
Perfect. So, well, like when you already know some of the workouts.
Yeah.
Is there any workout where you're like going like when you saw it, you were like, I'm not so head
well-
over heels for that one.
Well, the snatch, we were all more engines, I think, so
Mm-hmm.
our lifts aren't as big as what some other people's are, but if we can all PB, we can stay in there with everyone.
Okay, perfect. So you're not going all in, or are you're gonna play it safe, or you
Nah,
just
we're going to go all in.
You're gonna go all in?
Yeah, of course, always.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
those guys,
Glenn,
huh?
you are in the Royal Navy. Are you still in the Royal Navy?
So I've just left last
Ah,
week.
okay.
So it was I came out last week. Done
So-
7 years.
So tell me about the workouts there compared to this.
So it's a bit different. So there's a lot more running and circuit training. So it's
Uh-huh.
like you do like arms, abs, legs in like
Uh-huh.
a 9-piece circuit, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's quite functional, but it's more like traditional with sit-ups, pull-ups,
Uh-huh.
and squats.
And then how did you feel that translated, those skills translated into CrossFit?
Just for cardiovascular, so endurance, it really helps. So when I was trying to go into the Marines as well, so I used to do a lot of running for that, like 3-mile runs and stuff like that. And so the main fitness that I got before coming over to CrossFit is running endurance, really. And I think that carries over well to Metcons and the more monostructural stuff.
So what's something that you're working on now that you've had this endurance base? What's something that you feel
Definitely
that
the
is
Olympic lifting,
lacking?
just bringing them up, just to, because you've got to have a minimum of a 120 snatch and 150 clean and jerk now to compete with the big people. So just working on that to try and get them
Stronger.
numbers up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mikey, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
hope we
Thank you.
can see you again.
Yeah.
And once again, I love your accent.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very
Thank you for having
much.
me.
Good luck this
Cheers.
weekend.
Good luck this weekend, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Cheers.
The next point is the heat list, the new one.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
The heat list is online. Just talk about it.
So we now got the heat list going on. We got the first heat going on.
This is our first heat for the individual competitors.
That is, I
here.
just have full sand and sweat of Mikey Steele in my hand.
Holding hands at the end there.
Yeah, that is really good. But
So
very nice guy, huh?
Super nice guy.
Let's just talk about those individual heats right now. We got
Adrian Smelko is out in lane. He's going to be in lane number 1.
absolutely. Don't Google Adrian Smelko because you will just find a musician. It's not him. Then we got Joe Widener from CrossFit Eisenstadt in lane number 3.
Lane number 2.
Yeah, and in lane number 3 we
In
got
lane
who?
number 3, we have Roman Smirnov
Absolutely.
from CrossFit Zug.
Yeah, we then got some people or a guy from Germany, Moa Sayed from Basis Karlsruhe. In lane number 5, Andreas Moritz, Athletic Cross Gym, and Dennis Artinger from CrossFit Ace. Perfect, a really good weightlifter. Who's in 7?
Number 7 is Jacob Dupak, who is an independent, always interested to find out how they're training when they're not attending any kind of CrossFit gym themselves. Lane 8 looks like we have empty right now.
Yep.
Followed by lane 9 is Daniela Prisching out of CrossFit Donauwert.
Yeah.
And lane number 10,
Lane number 10, we got Marina Chameli. It's never easy for us Austrians
that's a hard one,
to spell names from Hungary. Marina Chameli. Then we got Isabella Neubauer. She's also unaffiliated, also a bit of a surprise. 12, Franziska Hirsch from Athletic Cross Gym, and 13, Viola Rechtenwald Cross Zone. But this will turn out a little bit different. I guess we will see it in the lanes. You will get the lane assignment as well.
and so if we look out here at the field, we have lane number 1 is the furthest away from us. Lane number 2, and it's working this way towards the higher heats. That was a little hard to see the first time where exactly.
Absolutely.
The
In
different
team, in
competitors
team
are.
competitions, it's always very hard to see all those guys because there's just so much going on.
So much going on
the
to see where they're at.
competition
I think the
floor.
singles here will be a little bit easier to figure out where the different athletes are. Now, if we look out here on the field, we have lane number 1. How
Yeah.
is this going to work for the individuals? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Absolutely.
5, and then looks like there's a second row here. Am I correct in
Absolutely.
saying that?
No, because they will do it like from. I don't know how you say that in English, but you will. We will.
Switch.
You know what? Let's just wait and see.
Right.
We will figure it out as well together. So, as we said before, heat number 2. Who are you looking forward to?
I think most of the people in this particular field are relatively newer or unknown. So I think it's just going to be kind of a toss-up about who comes in first place for me anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to, of course, Marina Chameli. She just started competing. She had her first competition. She was at the Starship Trophy this year. Also looking forward to Viola Rechtenwald. She's someone who has worked also with Mike Singletary. I think it's, Singleton, sorry.
Oh, no way.
From the program. And of course, also, you never know with those guys in the first heat, because it can always be that just the qualifying workouts weren't their thing, and they now feel a lot better with the programming here.
Because remember that the people who are in this heat essentially ranked lowest
Yeah,
at the qualifying events. But you know what? The workout's different. You never quite know how the qualifying workout's going to translate into a workout like this. So
absolutely.
see what happens.
Absolutely, that is the one thing. And also, some of the girls in here on this they snuck in because someone didn't have any time or got injured. So you always feel for those competitors because, let's be honest, it's just awesome to be here. They
Absolutely.
have some of the Olympic spirit, right?
Absolutely. So I'm really hoping that the crowd's going to get behind these first heat here and give them some energy. Now, Marina in line 8, you work out with her.
Well,
Or I'm sorry.
I'm not
Marina
working out
Newton.
with anybody because
Oh.
everybody's better than me. If so, they do share the same CrossFit box as me. Yes, it is true. And that's why I also know a lot of what she does. She just finished her first bar muscle up, something that's really, really always a great thing
That
in a
is
CrossFit
incredible.
competition.
To go from
Yes.
doing your first muscle up to being at a competition like this.
Yeah. It's really awesome. And also, I'm curious to see how the thing goes that you have male competitors and female competitors together. Because, you always want somebody to pace, right? You want to have a
Absolutely.
pacemaker. So I'm kind of curious to see if one of the guys says like, hey, you know what? I'm on the bike and on the running. I'm going to take it with the ladies, and then I'm going full.
This
full
is challenging. Well, hey, let's review what's expected here in this individual heat, just in case someone has just tuned in. I think we're starting in a short time. We'll give just a quick review. It's pretty similar to the team competition.
Absolutely. You want to say that again? What is Sandy?
Sandy, 3 kilometers on bike erg, 1 lap run, 20 med ball over the shoulder. Men have 60, women have 40. 1 lap run, 10 rounds, 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell overhead, followed by 1 lap run to the finish. So I think we're getting ready to start off here.
We will get ready to start out. That is absolutely right.
Over there.
And the best part about it, if you ask me, is we will really have a head-to-head. We will really see who's going to finish. That was awesome.
We've got the judges moving over now, getting ready to kick this off. Again, thank you to all of our judges and volunteers who came out here today. As we said earlier, most of the people here are doing this on a voluntary basis just because they love the sport, want to be part of it. So thank you to everyone who took time out of their weekend to be here to help out. We've got the judges now lining up, getting ready. Remember, they have to start off the bike.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for the athletes to get over there.
It will be interesting to see if we do have some issues with the time cap over here. I don't think so, because I think 25 minutes is enough, but we will see. We never know what of course also some of the people did last weekend or so when they heard that they maybe snuck in or not, because it goes fast.
Right. We'll see. And I think with our team competition here, the last competitors came in at around 22 minutes, so they kind of just snuck under that 25-minute cap. So we'll see here how these individuals do.
Absolutely. Let's have a wait and see. I do gotta be honest with you, I would have my bets also a little bit on Viola Rechtenwald. She's a very young up-and-coming CrossFitter from Austria, like from the female side. I will have my money on her. And I gotta be honest with you, with the men, I'm looking forward to Moaz Sayed. I did see him work out 2 years ago in Vöckerbruck at the clean and jerk. Amazing athlete. Yeah, he looks like he can squat a cement truck. Got to be honest with you. Look out for him. You will realize who he is.
Now, you were here at this event last year. Do you recognize any of these competitors coming back for a second year here?
Got to be honest with you, in that heat, no. But let's wait and see.
Absolutely.
I do know someone later.
Too, when I look through the different CrossFit boxes that people come from, it does seem like there are quite a few Austrian boxes that have a lot of competitors here.
That's true.
Today, and talk to me about the Thomas Bayrisch.
Bayrisch. I love you say always Bayrisch, but say Bayrisch, it's okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's always pretty interesting to see that there are some CrossFit boxes that are just better in competition,
right?
But that's because the programming is better. But I will come back to this. Let's have a wait and see, because we are getting ready to start. Oh, the competitors have to sprint to the bike. That is also a nice aspect.
Okay. So we got the call of 3, 2, 1, go. The athletes are going to start at the finish line running on the side of their courts to the bike. The lane number is going to stay the same. Number 1 on the left side, number 14 on the right side.
I mean, let's be honest, the worst way probably is to just sprint out your heart and go to those bikes, because this doesn't matter.
Something else that's interesting is you cannot preset the bike.
That
All
is
bikes are in the same position prior to the heat.
You're absolutely right. That will also take a little bit time, and also, you know, you should know this, because there's nothing worse when you are not going with it.
Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
There we go.
And the athletes are off. Second heat, first one of the individual. The athletes are taking a sprint, carrying their own drinks, it looks like.
Interesting strategy.
Little twist there.
Let's wait and see. They now go to the bikes, and now they are going to take you see? First one, what they do is adjust the bike height.
Adjust the bike. This is almost like a triathlon here, where you got to get your shoes on, get yourself going.
It really is. So let's wait and see. We got all those guys going on to the bike. So we now got, you can always see how hard they go, you know. I would say lane 7, that's Moaz Sayed. He's going pretty hard on there. I think we got a bike problem in one of the lanes.
Do you see all the athletes on the bike now?
And it does seem like they messed up a little bit where in which lane they are going.
I think so too.
We got, for example,
make our work
Marina
harder.
Shamley going in lane number 2. We got Moaz Sayed in lane number 7. We got Daniela Prischnik. Now we got it right. So, we now got lane number 1 is Daniela Prischnik, CrossFit Donauwerf. We got lane number 2, Marina Shamley from Triller CrossFit. We got lane number 3, Isabella Neubauer. She's unaffiliated.
Lane number 4, Adrian Smelko. This looks like it's different from what we had earlier. Lane number 5, Joe Widner. Lane 6, Roman Smirnov.
Yes.
Lane 7, Moaz Saeed.
Moaz Sayed. And then
Lane 8, we've got empty
we
here.
got lane 8. Lane 8 is Franziska Hirsch, Athletic
Ah.
Cross Gym. Then we got number 9, Viola Reckenwald from the cross zone. And then we got 11, 12, 13 going on. So 10 is the lane that is
10
free.
is the lane empty.
11 is Andreas Moritz from Athletic Cross Gym. We got 12, Dennis Artiger CrossFit Days. And Jakob Dubak Independent. So now we got it, Jen.
Now we've got it. So let's see
So
here.
let's
We
see who's
started
going
off.
to finish up first here. We got also some coaches behind the guys standing. Behind Marina Shamley, that's Roland Prager. He used to work out here. He used to compete here. He didn't get to qualify here.
Yeah, that's good.
And he's now coaching today.
Interesting when I'm looking at the speed of their legs. We got some people moving.
Let's keep it shake free. Let's keep it that way until the guys come down from the bike.
Yeah, now we will see. Would you wanted to say something?
Yeah, we got some people moving at incredible speed here and some moving slower. Now, I have actually never ridden on a bike like this. Have you ridden on one of these Concept 2 bikes before?
Yes, I did. The thing is always, of course, you want to have a good rhythm. You know, it doesn't really mess you up. Once you hit a good speed and you can kind of keep that speed, it doesn't fatigue you that much. So fatigue does not really strike in. But you can always see from the body language how well or hard they're going. Like if you see here number 8, that is Franziska Hirsch. She does seem as if she maybe got, you know, the setup not that right, because those pedals are moving pretty hard.
Or look at
Like
lane number 6 here. We've got Roman. I mean, his legs just look like he's flying.
Yeah, he looks like he's going Tour de France here.
Absolutely.
all day.
Whereas you compare that to lane number 1 here with Daniela, and she looks like she's going at a different speed there. It's almost like she's going uphill compared to our lane number 6 there.
Yeah, but different to the Tour de France, there's no winner if you're really good on the mountains.
Right.
So that is a strange strategy. I gotta be honest with you. It does not look very fast. As you said, I think also that the lane number 5, lane number 6 with the guys, that I think looks really good. That is Joe Widner and Roman Smirnov. They are doing very well right now. And with the ladies, I would say Marina Shamley in lane number 2 and Viola Reckenwald on lane number 9. That's where it really looks the healthiest. That is where they
Well, I guess
they
we're
are
just
doing
going to
the
have to
best.
wait and see who jumps off the bike here to figure out what the best strategy is as we move into the later heats today.
That is absolutely right. So we're now waiting and seeing how it is with the bike. You told us that you did have some.
The guys are gonna get off the bike when they finish and just run one lap and then gonna get onto the sand field to the balls. So just let them run. And if
So
the
we will.
majority of the field is already doing the slam balls on the sand, join them on the sand, okay?
And we will now wait and see. We will now wait and see how this one's going out and how this one's going to turn out. Because what I wanted to say, sorry, because you were doing triathlon, right?
Right, so
So is biking the hardest there, or is it like
no,
one of the
I
easiest?
think the hardest thing is when you get off the bike I did the Ironman in Kärnten many years ago, and the hardest thing is you get off the bike and your legs just feel heavy because you've been pushing this weight, and then to jump into running, your legs feel slow. That's a hard transition. And so
and
now
we
we
will
got our
see,
first
yeah,
athletes off the
of
bike,
course.
and they have to make the running loop.
As I said, it's Moa Sayed. I think he's worth my money, as I said before. And
was your
next
money, you
to
got the
him,
money on
and
it,
next to him
yeah.
is Joe Wiedner from Eisenstadt, from Burgenland. Let's see how those two fare, and also let's see how well the females were doing, because I
ladies
always
off the
love
bike,
it
yeah,
when
yeah.
when the women are faster than the men. That's awesome.
Looks like we have got all the men off the bike now.
We
the
got
ladies are still
all the men
working.
off the bike. Let's wait and see who finished first at the women. And now let's also wait and see what kind of tempo the guys are going, because you're
we
going
got our-
either all out, because that's what the top competitors told me. They will go all out, and they want to just keep it at 90-95% and then finish at the top.
We have our first lady off the bike, Daniela Prisching, lane number 1.
That is surprising,
That
because
was
she was
surprising. She was moving the slowest of all the competitors.
yeah,
because she is
we
the fastest
thought
woman off the bike.
it looked like she was going into the mountains.
We've got next woman off the bike here.
Yeah, and we
Two
got
women off the bike.
Marina finishing. Is the first woman who's coming over to the mat balls. Let's wait and see. Yeah, she's the first
we have-
woman. Daniela Prischnik from lane number 1 is not here at the moment. She finished first, but she's not at the dumbbell clean. Surprising. We got lane number 2.
So now we have 20 med ball over the shoulders. Again, that's 60 kilos for the man, 40 for the ladies. And so if you can look out here with our view here at the competitors, we've got number 1, 2,
Yeah, we got right now, when we talk about the females, we got Daniela Prischnik and Marina Schemmerlich doing it a head-to-head move for the top finish in that heat. The other ladies are about to start their D-ball over the shoulder, and we got Fatigue striking in with those D-balls over the shoulder, right? You see Moa Sayed, he's already making nice faces, as we would say. And also next to him, Joe Wiedner from CrossFit Eisenstadt working on. And now comes the moment where we are just waiting. When are the first t-shirts flying off,
When are
right?
the first t-shirt's gonna fly off here today?
So let's wait and see. It does seem like it's pretty much the same with the team and with the individuals. The tempo is not very hard on those D-balls, and most of the guys are also doing it. You see, they just take it from the floor, they catch it in the squat, and then they throw it over the shoulder. Moa Sayed is doing a completely different strategy. He's doing what I said before, completely out of the back, just throwing it in one movement over the shoulder. So it depends on where you're really where your money is and where you think that you're better, if with your legs or with your back.
I think that is a very technically difficult movement, though, because you really want to get your hips into the motion to really get a little bit of momentum going. And I think if you're, some of our athletes out there today are kind of hovering with the ball in almost like a forward squat and then just trying to muscle up the ball.
Absolutely, and we
where-
got someone just going over and beating the competition right now. We got a leader at the men, just going over.
Oh, we got our first
That is
people
Dennis.
up on
That
our
is
lap.
Dennis Oettinger. He's about to go first.
So we've got, remember, we have one
We got
lap
also
here.
Daniela Prischnik finishing with the females. That is great to see, right?
She's ahead of some of the men out
With
there.
Marina
Again, I love those
Marina
strong
Schemmerlich, so
ladies.
we got that as well going.
So they're going to take one lap here, followed by our 10 rounds of 10 air squats and 5 dumbbell ground to overhead, 5 on each arm. We've got a couple athletes still left out on the floor here, trying to finish up those med ball cleans here.
So now we will see it's Dennis Oettinger and Jakub Dupak. I think it's Dupak who's actually coming back now and is in front. I think Didn't see that. So that the dumbbells are now over onto the other side. And we will have to wait and see who finishes in there first. So let's wait and see. We still got the last man finishing the workout, doing some D-ball over the shoulder. And we now also have the first guys doing the 10 rounds. There we got.
Check it out here.
A little bit in
Depth.
front is Jakub Dubak. That's lane number 13. He is in front. The other two guys are Moaz Sayed. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. And then we got Joe Widner. Joe Widner, number 6. Then we got Dennis Arting at lane number 12 coming in. He's in 4th. And at the women, it's a two-horse race, if you want to call it. It's Daniela Prichnik and it's Marina Semeli going head-to-head. This will be a fight to watch, because the other ladies are having a little bit troubles on the D-balls.
On the run.
And we do see also that the tempo of the air squats is a little bit different, right?
Absolutely. Well, something I'm surprised about is that nobody really seems to be trying to win on the run. The run almost looks like it's the recovery for the rest of it.
That's what it is. Usually, with those movements like rowing, running, bike, you're not winning there. You're winning when you're really with the technical movements. The better you do them, the better you are. So we now got Jakub Dubak on lane number 13, clearly in front. He's moving pretty well on those air squats. Doesn't look like it's really challenging to him. Seems to have found a great rhythm. And Moaz Sayed in lane number 7 and Joe Widner in lane number 6.
We have another lady back joining us now. We've got Viola Rechtenwald in number 9.
Yeah, she just snuck in there. Number 3 in the heat. And then we got Daniela Prichnik against Marina Semeli is still the fight
neck and
with
neck.
ladies. Yes.
Another ladies back in here. We have Franziska Hirsch in lane number 8, getting ready to start off her 10 rounds. 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell ground to overhead.
Also very nice that this place now is completely in the shade nearly. So just the I think it's only one guy who's in the sun there. That is in lane number 5. I'm sorry, that has to be lane number 6. That's Roman Smirnov. Poor guy is the only one who's in the sun, but it's not so hard, so hot, so that shouldn't be a problem.
I think we have all of our competitors here now kicking off these 10 rounds. And remember, as we saw in the team competition, this is really where the winner is going to come from. Who is going to be the fastest with this part? I think we were both surprised. We thought that the medicine balls would be the hardest part, but this is really what's holding up the competitors.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely with you, because you are fatigued from the D-ball over the shoulder, because normally you don't see athletes on that level go so slow on those air squats. If you look at lane number 7, Moaz Sayed, he's just having like real slow tempo on those air squats. So let's just wait and see. I do think that Jakub Dubak is still in front, and with the ladies it's clearly just another fight head-to-head with Marina Semeli and with Daniela Prichnik. It will be interesting to see if the lane assignment plays a role in here, because if Marina, who her lane is in front, has a little advantage here, that will be interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely, just from the purely getting off the bike and running. Although at the same time, she had to run further when she came in, so
absolutely
like a race car.
So we now got a very interesting strategy here from Marina. She has her hands in her hips. That's like for the escorts. It looks interesting. And with the guys, you just see them competing, and doing the workout. Again, as I said, movement of Jakub Dubak looks really good in rhythm. Looks totally without problems. Dennis Arting is also moving pretty down well in lane number 12.
I like the body language of lane number 1 there with Daniela Prichnik. I mean, it looks to me like she's hurting, but yet she's moving at such a fast pace.
Absolutely.
It's interesting to watch.
She also has her head like always down the whole time. It's also pretty interesting to see. And
Mona.
when she drops the dumbbell, she drops into her first air squat. Also, nice, you know, it always gives you an advantage because you kind of trick yourself into doing another rep instead of maybe trying to catch a break. Because you will see, even if you drop the dumbbell, a lot of guys out there who are also a little bit tired, they will take any break they will. If you see, like in lane number 7, right on top, Mo Said, he's just breathing through after every air squat, and that's an air squat.
So if you were a coach right now looking and these were your athletes at your box, what tips would you be giving out to some of these? Because some of these athletes have pretty excellent form, I would say, and some of them I think I'd be going over there and giving them a little shoulders back.
Right, after seeing the team competition, after seeing this first heat, I would always say, please save your energy for that part and don't underestimate the air squats and the D-ball over D-ball dumbbell from ground to overhead. Because this, you know, it reads itself pretty easy, but you do see it's not, and because they are tired, and it's a 25-minute workout. So, you know, anytime there's a 25-minute workout, pacing is everything. And I'm curious to see how the top athletes will fare here and how their 6th or 7th round looks. And we got a first winner from the from the women. It is Daniela Bricznik. She wins it. Marina Shemley was not able to keep up the tempo. We got a little bit. We got some signs from the body language, right? The hands and hips.
That was amazing, though, because at the beginning of this workout, again, we commented that her legs were moving the slowest. Impressive that she's going to come out here with a first-place finish.
Absolutely. We got her just passing our commentator booth, and she will now run the whole round. She doesn't have any problem. She will win this heat comfortably.
Comfortably ahead of the rest of the competitors here.
Without any trouble. She had, as we said before, you said that she had a very good strategy, dropping the dumbbell, going into the first air squat. That's a really good idea. That's what they did. That was really good. So Daniela Bricznik is going to win this one for the women. Now wait and see if there's really if there will be some head-to-head finish maybe, because at the men we don't see a clear-cut favorite, a clear-cut winner. I would say still Jakob Dubak in lane number 13 is doing a great job.
The lady's really flying here. That she really.
Daniela Bricznik, yeah, she
really took off.
She can scoot. I got to tell you that she's really given. She put the pedal to the metal. That's what they say.
Strong ladies, I like it.
Yeah, let's wait and see if we see some of the guys finishing and coming over right next to our commentating booth and finish. Seems like it's Jakob Dubak. He's now running off. This will be interesting to see.
So you can see our judges here next to each of the competitors here with.
Yeah, if you're competing out there, you want to have judge from lane number 3, because he's just out there giving cheering it up. And there's also different kind of competitors. You know, there are those who hate being cheered on, and there are those who just love it and they live for this.
When you were out here, which type would you say you were?
For me, let's be honest, I don't want anybody to talk to me when I'm working out. Let's wait and see. I didn't expect Daniela Bricznik to come out that far in front, because that's like Team NEO got it.
Remember, we have a 25-minute time cap on this workout, so how close are we getting now to that time cap?
We will wait and see. We got Joe Widner and Jakub Dubak going head-to-head. This could be a sprint. This could go down to the wire. Let's wait and see who's got the most juice in his legs. Oh, sorry, it's Roman. It seems like it's Roman.
Race to the finish here.
Yeah, it's Roman Smirnov. Sorry, with Joe Widner.
Oh, he's picking up speed.
Yeah, he's got him.
Race to the finish.
Who won it?
We do not have the ability to do a photo finish, so we have to check with the judges and their eyesight.
It seems like.
So unfortunately, we don't have photo finish capabilities, but it truly does look like it was a race to the finish.
Also perfect. Perfect. I would say the dive in the end. you gotta give him the win for that dive. He wanted it more than anybody else.
Definitely most impressive finish jump there.
They should award some style points. We now got Dennis Artinger crossing right next to our commentator booth. He should come in comfortably in third. And we got Marina Shamley. That is number 2. She seems to be the second lady in this heat. But this run does not look healthy. People, you know, I mean, you people at home, try to do 100 air squats and then just walk a straight line.
Absolutely.
Right from your couch. This will be pretty hard. And now imagine doing this with a dumbbell snatch right in between.
So now in lane 8, we've still got Francesca Hirsch working in lane number 3. We have Isabella Neubauer still going at it. Lane 6.
That is true.
One of the camper guys,
Roman
stay
Smirnov.
at the finish line. And keep all guys.
We now got Marina Samley finished. We now got Moat Said finished. We got Roman Smirnov finished. I'm not sure if it's Smirnov or Dubak. They should wear jerseys like in soccer, right? Or in football. So now we got another one finishing in.
From Austria, wrapping up event 1 in lane number 8, we have Franziska Hirsch.
Das ist super gemacht. Nur du jetzt gesagt hast, hat wieder Chance gemacht.
So, workout will come to a finish. We will now just see athletes are moving, trying to finish within the time cap. Which, let's be honest, I mean, you also do CrossFit. You like the time cap, right? I love the time cap.
2.5 minutes left to go.
Oh.
Let's see if they finish this.
I gotta be honest with you, time cap is my lifesaver every time.
That is your lifesaver.
Greatest ever. I hate nothing more than when people say there's no time cap.
Oh, we got
because then there's no hope, right? Then there's no hope.
There's a finish.
Well, we will have a head-to-head finish with the ladies right now. Viola Rechtenwald and Mrs. Hirsch. They will go now head-to-head, but that run, as I said before, looks challenging and it looks like it's hurt.
I think the grass is the place to catch some air there.
But also great idea from Thomas Barisich to put this sprint finish in there. Although I do think he would hope to have a little bit more sprinting, but yeah, how much sprinting is there possible after this workout, right? So the time cap is now coming to an end.
Another race to the finish here. So we've got our last competitors coming in just under the time cap.
So as we're speaking, I'm getting attacked by the wall behind us again. Seems like the wall is not a friend of ours, but that is absolutely okay. So Viola also finished her workout. Seems like all the ladies are now finished. Everybody beat the time cap as far as I can see from here.
Our first heat looks like it's coming to an end. And so let's recap. So we've come to the end of our first 2 heats today.
Maybe for all the people, because we now got some official results from the team competition, just to wrap that one up and to give the people also the standings. We got NEO finishing first with 100 points. Food Spring Athletics, 95 points. Munokal 90, they finished in third. Fourth, St. Veits Finest from Munich, 85 points. Stienak Kommando 2.0. They are fifth, got awarded 80 points. Team Brötli, sixth with 75 points. Team Urkraft are now seventh with 73 points. In 8th place, we got CrossFit 92, 92. What am I talking about? They have 71 points and are ranked 8th. Team Arbeiter Strandbad 9th. And wrong needles took the wrong way. They are not here.
They did not make it today.
Well, that is really disappointing, but you know, it happens to the best, right?
So if we've got box owners watching who want to try out this workout at their own box, where could people find these times? Are these going to be posted on our Austrian Throwdown?
Just go to competitioncorner.net. You will find all the results there as well.
Okay.
So we will now go to the third heat. We will now go to the next workout. Let's wait and see if this heat will get better. If you've asked me what are my thoughts after the first heat, that's what I said during the workout. Save all your energy for the finish. Save it for those air squats. Save it for the dumbbell ground to overhead. And try to be smart on those D-ball over the shoulder. Be smart with the biking. I think that's what hurt most of the guys who went really fast, because those who stepped up from the bike first don't necessarily have to be the first ones
Yeah, that
at
was
the
really
end.
surprising that last round there, because we saw our lady competitors really moving slower but then jumping up so quick.
We have Wiener Goldner from Austria in
So
lane
lane number 1 is Biene Goldner.
Perfect. Thank you.
Now this will be interesting.
Fatimova from Germany in lane number 9.
So there should be 10
She's also one that always is at CrossFit competitions in Austria. You would never expect that. Right now, we would just need a correct lane assignment. That would be really awesome. We will try to get a lane assignment. If not, we will do it on the fly, Jen, because this is
Okay.
what we do in here.
Absolutely.
We are creators,
I
right?
think the lane assignments have been changed up a few
They have been
times.
changed. They are making it tricky on us, but that's our workout. We gotta handle
This
it.
is
You know,
true.
it's like being in a workout and they just suck. They change it. It's no problem. So now we got the judges' hands up in the air again. Are you excited, Jen?
I'm excited.
Give me some excitement.
I'm excited here. Moving on in the day here.
What we are now going to do is drink some water until the countdown goes down.
You're still missing. We need you immediately. Oh, I can see him.
And they are also
He's here.
trying to
Give him a couple of seconds.
wait and see what is going on. I will try to recognize some people. One lady out here on the floor, that's Biene Goldner. She's one of the favorites of all competitions because at first she's always at every competition. It seems like she is. And she also brought her own team in here. She owns her own box. She's really one of the most funniest people on Instagram and funniest people on the competition. Seems to never be nervous, and that is pretty amazing. We got 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the competitors are off.
I love the way you count this down. It's awesome every time.
So we
Please
are still
keep this until Sunday.
we are still waiting on a list for which competitors are in
Well,
which lane.
we got in here first coming to the bike. That's Dominik Schröpfler, I think it is. I never know. Yeah, it's the Schröpfler.
Yep, from
He is
CrossFit
amazing
Pantheon.
when it comes to body weight. So he's really when it comes to bodyweight pull-ups, he's maybe one of the best in this whole competition field. He can do 60 pull-ups without any break. It will be interesting to see how much he struggles with those D-balls because air squats not a problem for him. Dumbbell over ground to overhead, not a problem. He will struggle on those D-balls, but I see him as a favorite in this heat. Let's be honest. If he can finish those D-ball over the shoulder in an acceptable time, I think he will fly through those air squats. And we got Biene Goldner on lane number 8. That'll be interesting. Nobody's in lane number 2 and 3. So this seems to be correct.
So some other competitors we have out on the floor there today.
We have a 3-kilometer bike before we move on to 1 lap of running. The athletes adjust.
We've
we
got
will-
some of the competitors we have out there today. We have Danielle Häusle from Cross
Häusle,
Zone.
Cross Zone.
Häusle from Cross Zone. We have Benedict
Noft.
Nofsehope.
We just hope.
Berlin. I'm sorry, an American. This is challenging for me.
Doesn't matter. But I will let you read through all of those names. That's perfect.
Dominic Sertov from Cross Zone.
Perfect.
Martin Kreisman. He's an independent athlete out there. Lucas Topiares
Yeah,
from CrossFit Ostrava.
that's in the Czech Republic.
In Czech Republic, we have Andreas Eichmeier from
Yeah.
CrossFit in Munich.
Yeah,
Dominik Schropfler from CrossFit Pantheon.
yeah.
Anya Riedman, CrossFit Shapesmiths. Sandra Behonik from CrossFit Lastcroft.
Absolutely.
Another athlete we have out there is Nina Maschler-Loven-Hertz from
Yeah.
Fitness Company.
Yeah.
Biene Goldner, one of your favorites out there from CrossFit Rawsome. And Svetlana Patimova from CrossFit Grenzganger.
Grenzganger, that was the hardest name to say, but you did a great job. Let's see who steps off that bike first, and also let's have a look at the body language, because necessarily it didn't say a lot in the first heat, right? Because we thought lady in lane number 1 was killing herself on the bike, but she
And then
was
she
really
just
good.
jumped right off.
Halfway point.
Absolutely. Seems like we're already at 50% of those bike decals, and we do have some pretty looks in the, because it always seems like when they are biking, it's like they don't. It seems like they are not realizing what is ahead of them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at those happy faces right there, like.
And for somebody who's just checking in with us right now, remember this is called Sandy. It is our first workout of the day. This is our second heat of the individual competition. We have 3K bike erg followed by 1 lap around the field here. The lap is defined as the red and white tape that is around this whole sandy field here. After the competitors finish 1 lap running, they have to do 20 med ball over shoulder, 60 kilos for the man, 40 for the woman. Dropping that ball, moving on to another lap around the course here. Next comes up 10 rounds of 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell grounds to overhead on the left, and 5 dumbbell ground to overhead on the right. Followed by 1 more lap to the finish, 25-minute time cap. If our history here of the 2 heats that we've had off go already is going to happen, the same thing's going to happen right now. We've been finding that the med ball over shoulder is actually not the thing that is slowing down the competitors.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like they fatigue themselves and then they are struggling on those air squats. I do think you just have to move with a good pace through all of those workouts. Don't destroy yourself at any point. Even if you think that those D-ball over the shoulders are hard and you're just maybe losing ground, don't go too hard because it will really break your back, because 10 rounds of 10 air squats, you can do this anytime and it will hurt, right?
When we really thought, as these games kicked off today, we thought that this first workout here would be really taxing on the lower back, but that's actually not what we've been finding out from the athletes.
Absolutely. We heard, that's what we said, that's what they told us. They were expecting to have really like pain in the quads and in the upper legs. That's what they expected. We got Mikey Steele over there. Yes, I could say that name again. We got Mikey Steele from Team NEO coming over, and he told us that it's a little bit. So if he says a little bit, then it really has to hurt.
Right, but it really looks to me almost like a test of endurance. Really, who can just pick a good pace on those air squats and just keep moving.
Absolutely, Jen. You're absolutely right on this one. Seems like rhythm and pacing in a 25-minute workout. It seems to be simple, but it's really true. You want to be smart. You don't want to go too much. You want to be easy. And as we're speaking right now, we got some competitors from the first heat just talking with each other and showing off onto their pointing fingers to their quads and to their legs that it really hurt.
And I like in the last heat here, we had Daniela Prisching popping off the bike first in that first heat. First athlete off the bike.
We got our first one. It's Lukas Torpriart from CrossFit Ostrava, the guy from the Czech Republic.
Third athlete joining the run.
And seems like all the male athletes are having like quite the same rhythms, because all 5 of them are already running.
Oh, we got our last
the
male
last
athlete
male
off.
athletes also coming in. And now we will see ladies. I haven't seen any lady coming down from the bike. Also some ladies missing. They had a lane assignment, but they are missing. And now we got...
So now we're still waiting for our first lady off the bike. And as we saw from the first heat there with Daniela, in our first heat individual, she had a really slow pace. And at first we thought she would be last, but she was first. Oh, now we've got all the ladies off the bike at the same time.
That will be interesting to see, because now it really gets into who can squat more, right? Who can really have the best finish. So let's wait and see. And that's what I said, you know, like if we see in Dominik Schröpfler, as I said, you know, he's just lighter than all the other athletes, and he's struggling with a D-ball that is nearly his body weight, right? So none of the athletes before had to do this with their body weight. So he's really struggling in there. He even has the belt around his waist. But to be honest, he's doing a great job.
Well, I think the smaller athletes are going to really have a key advantage here when it comes to being fast with those air squats. So while this might be a disadvantage size in this first part here, that second part, which really has been the pace for this workout is going to be it's going to be their benefit to them.
Absolutely, but I gotta be honest, I'm pretty surprised Dominic doing a really great job. He's going fast on those. He's absolutely not killing himself, and he seems to have found out a good rhythm. Different to Lucas Torpiards, the guy from the Czech Republic, who is actually in the front now. He's really doing a great job. Those D-balls over the shoulder look healthy. Struggling just a little bit with the sand. That's it, I would say. Look at him. And we got the ladies now, starting with the D-ball over the shoulder. They all have the same strategy, it seems. Just popping the ball to the hips, hugging it, and then throwing it over the shoulder.
Right.
This is a good way because it doesn't fatigue anything very well.
I think using the hips is really key. If you can pop the hips and get it up to your shoulder without taxing your arms.
There's a saying in CrossFit, they say all the good things in life happen with a violent hip extension, and it's the same with the D-balls. Let's see who's finishing here first. And let's have a look how the ladies are doing it. I think the lady in lane number 1, she's having a real high tempo on those D-balls because she doesn't really do any breaks. She's just going tack, going into the hip, and then with the hip she does it. That's just a very smart, intelligent
We are off
strategy.
on a run.
Also interesting, we don't see any no reps. Seems like the judges are very kind. It's Friday, that's why probably.
We've got our first male
Is it possible
competitor
that oh my God, we got someone already
on the run
running though?
already.
One of the guys is already
Second.
finishing, and he is going over to the air squats and to the dumbbell round 2 overhead. Will be interesting to see. Our former leader, Lucas Torpiards from the Czech Republic, he's now in second. And our leader, we got to tell him this blue shirt wasn't smart, right? Because this is dirty. You can put that to the laundry, right? So now we got nearly all of the guys are finished. We got, and as we said before, Jen, we were talking about lane number 1, lane number 1, she is by far the best. So we just had some technical issues, as you may know, because
Well, we're
you are
live
always
here on this live
Yeah,
stream.
we're live.
Really, I mean, I think when you're live, things just happen. So we're trying to get it sorted out for the next heat here, trying to get
as
our
my
blades.
grandmother always said, live streaming is not a piece of cake, so it's pretty hard. So that's why we will always have some problems. And right now we are struggling a little bit with the lane assignment. So excuse us for incorrect information, but we will always tell you who is first and who is second. What we can tell you is that at the moment we only have one competitor left at the D-ball over the shoulder, and as I told you before, it is the smallest guy, is the guy who actually has to hug his body weight and has to throw it over his shoulder. I don't know about you, Jen, but if I had to hug myself and throw over my shoulder, I would struggle to doing that 25 times.
Absolutely.
But he's got cheers now, and that's the best part about it. If you're last, you get the most attention, so that's really good.
Absolutely. So this is the 5th year we're out here at this Austrian Throwdown. Last year it was called the Hypertrophy.
Absolutely.
Powered by NEOH today. This is the first year with the live stream event. This is our first time trying this out, so.
So we will have some struggles, but I think you're doing an absolutely great job then, Jen, at the moment. Thank you very much.
Too. Thank you very much.
So we will just try to keep this one going. At the moment, all we can see is Dominic Schrepfler finishing the D-ball over the shoulder. And now it will be interesting to see if he can make up some ground with those air squats and those dumbbells from ground to overhead. Because he really has a good advantage. And as I said before, when it comes to body weight, he's destroying his competition every time. So let's wait and see if we see some video footage from the guys doing the air squats. So then we can tell you about what is going on over there. Maybe some from the director's place can give us a live shot of the guys doing air squats and the ladies as well, because we only got one competitor left who is not at the air squats and at the dumbbell ground to overhead.
Fabian for casters, we're working
With
on the lists, but the problem is that there is a change of the lane assignments and we need to fix that, and then I can give you like a digital list or something like that, and we're working on it, okay?
So at the moment we got the ladies. Seems like the lady that was in front, we're sorry we couldn't tell you the name. She is at the moment clearly in front, and she's moving with a really good and constant pace. This is something that is, as we said before, this is key. You don't want to start too fast. You don't want to go 5 rounds like high tempo and then just crash down, right, Jen?
Right. Well, we saw some of the ladies from the last time that the key really seemed to be if they could kind of lean forward and just keep the hands low and then move right from dropping that dumbbell right into the squats. That seemed to be the best way to just keep the tempo moving and really just to keep it consistent. It's really a pacing thing to not push yourself too fast and then have to take a lot of breaks.
Absolutely. You want to be smart. That is, I think, all about in this workout. 25 minutes. It's always about pacing, as I said before. This is key. And it's also about body language. I mean, you see Bina Goldner. It's just funny to see. Because she's not making any secrets out of her struggle, right? She's just showing it out, and it's no problem.
I like that. Wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, wear your heart, of course. Actually, oh, we got the first T-shirt drop. Always a highlight in any heat. Now we also got the visual. Thanks to the directors who now just got us a visual. And now we will also wait and see. You see, on lane number 13, that's Dominik Schröffler. That's what I told you before. He's just moving very fast on those air squats. That's what he's really doing good. Then we got the guy, Topriat from the Czech Republic, also doing a good job, good pacing. What would you say? Is this from a pacing standpoint and from the tempo a bit better than the first heat we saw or not?
I think just a little bit, especially number here in lane 13. He's really picked up the pace here from coming in last at the med ball section of this workout. Now rapidly moving into first here on his tempo.
It will be just, yeah, absolutely, and that's the great part when Dominik is in any workout, always, because it's always like he's the smallest, he's the lightest of the workouts, but he has unbelievable conditioning. He's really good when it comes to this, and the best aspect is he then has to always has to make up some ground, because he will never have the advantage when it comes to all those heavy weights. But he's doing a great job. Also, you see him choosing to to push jerk or push press his dumbbell from time to time, while all the others just muscle snatch it from the ground. We got in lane number 1 and the lady's clearly in front. She's, sorry that I don't have her name, but she's doing a great job. Just really being smart. Also, you see, not taking too much breaks. She's just going, taking a breath or two, and then just going, having a good rhythms on those air squats. Because those air squats, they will mess with your brain a little bit and with your mind, right?
Right, and something else I've been noticing with these athletes who are really moving the fastest is their upper body. It's almost as if they just give all that energy to their legs, and their upper body is just relaxed. Almost to the point of, if I was their coach, I want to go over there and be like, pull your muscles in the back tighter. But you know what, that really seems to be the strategy today, because they're putting all that effort in their legs.
Absolutely.
And letting their arms just kind of go along for the ride, so to speak.
It's always smarter to move from your legs, but you know what? It's just not cool. You want to do it. You want to do it from the back because you're lazy, and you kind of, the form will always suffer because you want to go fast. And also, I mean, you are just hurting at this point, right? You see the ladies. You see Bina Goldner in lane number 8. She's really struggling, and she's making no secret out of it. And then we got, as I said, I think Dominik in lane number 13. He's just really moving very fast on those air squats.
I mean, my money is on him at this point. I think he's going to.
You think he's going to make up all the ground?
Absolutely.
We will see if some of the judges is raising his hand at some point.
Because he is just moving twice as fast as everybody else. I mean, like lane number 11 here, obviously strong, came in closer towards the front.
Absolutely.
With the med balls, but now that he's just got more body weight to move.
He's also going very low on those air squats, just really just dropping all of his weights into his knee.
And the standards here, let's talk about those standards again. What are the judges actually looking for?
Well, the judges are looking at extension at the highest point. They want to have extension in the whole body, so you don't want to have like your upper body not stretched out. You really want to have a line, a correct line from the dumbbell to your feet. That's what it's all about. And yeah, and with the air squats, yeah, you just don't do the half squat. I think Jen and I will show you this weekend what a half squat is. But we're not cheating in here. So right now we got the guy with the blue shirt. Those are some tats, huh?
Moving to the finish line.
Okay, let's go, guys.
We will see what his name is. We're sorry we don't have the correct lane assignment right now, but I'm just gonna say this straight up here, Janet. You gotta go with me. When it comes to tattoos, his tattoo strong is very good. His tattoo game is very strong.
Absolutely. We're going to talk about that this weekend, too.
Yeah, we have to. We have to.
The best tattoos on the field here.
So far, by far in front. So now we got the guy who finished the depots first. It's Lukas Topriac from Czech Republic. He will come in comfortably in second, and he will also have a better time, I think, than any guys in the first heat. We will see. Also now coming in a third male athlete coming in.
Interesting is that this second wave here really looks like they're hustling towards the finish line, whereas we saw our first wave that went off. This last run was almost more of a walk run, but these athletes really are out there hustling towards the finish.
Absolutely. We now got Daniel Häusler from Cross Zone dropping in. He seems to be ready now. We got our first lady finishing this one here. We got our guy from the Cross Zone finishing, Daniel Häusler. And we now have nearly, we won't have a head-to-head finish, it seems, right here.
No. And so now we're going to take the top score, the scores from this second heat, and combine it with the first. And so at this point, we've got, from the first heat, we had Jacob Dupak, who's an independent, coming in first place with a time of 20 minutes and 1 second. We'll see here who's going to take away.
They are all finishing in front of them at the moment, as it seems. So the lane assignment, as we said before, and when it comes to the qualifiers, it really did tell a story from the beginning. Seems like those athletes are really stronger than the athletes that are in front of them, right? Mm-hmm. So I do think it will be interesting to see how the top athletes are finishing, like Adrian Moonville. It will be interesting to see if he can actually break it to like 15 minutes or 30 minutes. This will be interesting to see. So at the moment, we only have Bina Gardner left on the competition floor. I would say she's doing this. She's doing it extra, you know, to get the attention, maybe. And Dominic Schröffler, your money's gone because he's now finishing last in the heat. So this one tells a story. He could not make up the disadvantages he's had in the first part of the workout.
I was a little surprised by that because he was really giving it his full effort there.
So we got some good news for you guys. Seems like our heat assignment list is now working. So you will now get the best out of us. Jen, are you excited?
I am very excited. We're going to move into Heat 4 here in a couple minutes, but we've still got Bina out there.
We still got Bina Gardner out there. Enjoy this.
How big would you say this crowd is out here today?
Well, I am
this?
a bit surprised because there are way more people than last year, and it does really seem to. And also the weather is better, Jen, let's be honest.
Well, one of the things I thought was funny is getting out here is that there was actually no address for this location, and we're just at coordinates. And so I think it's difficult to get people.
So the workout started
right.
before the workout, right? You had to find the place where you can work out, actually.
Looks like we've got all the ladies now, all the men coming in towards the finish now.
Yeah, Bina Gardner, she will now take her victory lap. Because she's gonna get the most applause. As I said before, it pays to be last per heat. Just, but hey, once again, just amazing things
athletes.
that they do. And look at him, look at the tattoo guy running with her the one round. This is what it's all about. This is CrossFit. It's fine. It's people just running with her. And
coming
now he's
back,
just
top athletes taking the final lap. with the person in last place. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, all these athletes who've qualified to get out here are really the
Very
top.
responsible, very
Right.
responsible athlete. He got his protein shake with him, so he's really looking after his nutrition. Going with her as a pacemaker. That's what it's all about. And listen to the crowd, just giving them amazing applause. This is what it's all about, Jen. I'm going to say it all weekend. I'm going to say it all weekend, and now she's going to sprint it. She's going to sprint.
She's picking it up.
We do have our head-to-head finish. That's what we wanted in here. So if you're now following us from the couch, give those athletes a hand. We're going to do this as well.
Awesome.
Oh, I did hear some football noise. So,
moving into heat number 4. We have 3 more heats to go tonight. And as we said earlier, the competition's going to get fiercer now as we move into the last 3 heats.
Absolutely. Now we will see. It will, and also the time from the workout, it will go down.
Absolutely.
It will now go down. It really seems like it will be different. So we will see if my information is correct. We now have heat 4, and we will see if we got all the right information. It should be right. Let's just review this one here. As expected, guys that have to hug their body weight will struggle, so it pays to be a little bit taller, but also fast and have a good pacing in here. I don't think we've had a lot of surprises. Let's see heat number 4.
Heat
Jen,
number 4,
who do we have in here?
athletes. Let's read it off. So in lane number 1, we are going to have Jonathan Sindel from CrossFit Erlangen. Lane number 2, we have Adrian Juras from CrossFit Balika. Lane number 4, Robert Ritz, independent CrossFitter. We have a lot of independents today.
Wait a minute, we just have to wait and see if we got the refreshed ones, because I think we did have some struggles right here, but this is heat number 4, right?
This is heat number 4, right. Just making
So
sure
as I
we're
said,
all on the same page here.
Let's see if we are on the same page in here. We are on the same page, so let's go on. We got in lane number 1, Lena Brucher from CrossZone. We got in lane number 2, Marlene Fleck from CrossZone. We got in lane number 3, Blanka Platzkova from CrossFit Proton. We got Jonathan Sindel.
We're starting. Look, we're
CrossFit
already off.
Erlangen. We're already starting, but now we are proud to present to you the correct heat list. In lane number 5, we got Adrian Jurasch. He competed here last year from CrossFit Balitska. Then we got Robert Ritz, independent. Manuel Zaufer, Decoy Vienna. Then we got Manuela Babic from Klagenfurt. We got Christina Perschel from Triller CrossFit. We got Doug Magnus Block, last year's second place finish, or I think third place finish. I don't know. He was at the podium last year. And Andreas Nikolaidis from CrossFit Kristianstad. Well, I read that good. And Christoph Lampel from CrossFit Wiener Neustadt. So as we're speaking now, and because we got some time in here, we were like talking like because of the body weight, and if you're not, and if it's easy to do it or not. Okay. So what I think would be nice to know if does it pay off to be lighter in CrossFit or not, right? That would be like an interesting question, because we just saw right here that it did not pay off, right? But on the other hand, people would say, no, it doesn't matter because in burpees we are better. What do you think about this?
Well, I think it's an interesting question. I mean, overall, if we were not just to look at this one particular workout, but just at CrossFit in general, is it better to be smaller?
You know what? You know what we're going to do? We're going to put it on a poll on Instagram. That's what we're going to do. The question is, does it pay off to be lighter in CrossFit? Is it better to be lighter, to be like 60 kilos? Is it better than to be like 80 kilos?
Right.
You want to be big, you don't want to be small. There's a discussion that goes on and on and on. Once and for all, we should clarify this, right?
Right. Is it better to be a huge muscle man, big muscles, very tall, very
Muscles
strong?
don't always pay off, Jen.
Muscles don't
Okay.
always pay off. That is the line
You
of the
can
night.
be just tall and a little lighter. That's also good. So
Absolutely.
we will put that on the poll. You want to go to Instagram, you want to go to Austrian Throwdown. You find that on Instagram. I bet you've already followed. If not, why? You go there, you follow us, and you participate in all the polls. There are going to be a lot of polls.
Absolutely.
And we do have some better ones in our
Throwdown.
sleeves, but this is like the first one, right?
Right. And tomorrow we're going to have some exciting competitions on Instagram, so you definitely have to join us next tomorrow.
Yeah, and guys, you can win something.
Fabulous prizes.
Yeah, you can win something. You can win some amazing prizes. It's not a yacht, it's not a car, but there's still amazing prizes. So you want to join us on Instagram as well, because we are also going to go live there. We'll have just a lot of fun on Instagram as well. So as we see in the workout, Jen, you're doing a great job explaining to us the workout. You want to do that again?
Sure,
for everybody
let's
who
jump
maybe
back
just
in.
joined
Anybody
us.
who just joined back in, we are still, the whole night tonight is basically workout number one. We finished our team competition first thing tonight, and now we've been moving on to the individual workouts in heats, ranked by how well the athletes did in the qualifiers for the
Absolutely.
Austrian Throwdown. So we're now already on the fourth heat, which is number 3 for the individual competition. We've got a mix of women and men out there. This workout's called Sandy. So the competitors have to start off at our start line. They have to make a sprint for the finish. The bike is not set up when they arrive at the bike, so that's been a fun part to watch them actually struggling to get the bike to the right height before they can jump on it. Followed by 3 kilometers on the bike, which we're still working on right now. 1 lap run, followed by 20 med ball over shoulders, 60 kilos for the men, 40 for the women. Another lap, followed by 10 rounds, 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell to ground overheads on each arm, followed by another run with a 25-minute time cap.
So right now we got all of our athletes going on the bike. As I said before, don't get fooled by the body language, because in the first heat, if you're just joining us, we've had a girl that was looking on that bike as she would climb a mountain going on in the Tour de France. But she then finished first.
Right.
So we got fooled by this. So don't get fooled by the body language. Let's just wait and see who goes off the bike first. But you do want to keep your pacing up, as we said with the other with the other heats. You want to be smart in this workout. It's a 25-minute workout. You need your breath. You need to really be constant and be smart, right?
Absolutely. Well, looking at some of our competitors who are out there right now, we've got Lena Pruchner. She is 35 years old, and she is an unbelievably strong weightlifter.
That is true. She used to set all kind of Viennese records, and she's really good on the weightlifting part. So that's why I think, weightlifters usually are also good with the D-ball over the shoulder. So I would see her as one of the favorites here.
And she is in lane number 1, coming out of cross zone. She looks like she's got a really good pace. She's got the purple knee bands on. That's Lena Pruchner out there in lane 1.
And it always says something when you have outdoor workouts and they still have the sunglasses on. I really like that. That's game facing at its best, right? So I really like that. Also, very interesting, lane number 1, it's Christina Perschel. She's from Triller CrossFit. Also, you can compare her to Dominic Schröffler in the heat before. Very light athlete. Will be interesting to see if she struggles on the dumbbell D-ball over the shoulder.
Results are online from heat 3.
The results are online. Oh, we've got our first male competitor getting out off the bike. The men are all popping off the bike here.
In the meantime, we're going to tell you the standings as they are of now. We got in top 3 male. We got Benedikt Nofts, 270 points as of now. Lucas Top Yards from Austria with 269 points, and Dominik Chertov in third with 264. This will change, of course, and then we'll go to the individual females. There
Leading
we
us off
at
here.
the moment have Daniela Prichnik, she is first at the moment. Anja Riedman is second with 329 points, and Svetlana Patimova in third. So right now we got the first male athletes doing the D-ball over the shoulder.
And it looks like our male time to beat today so far is 18 minutes and 45 seconds is our fastest man time of the day, whereas our fastest female, the women, are actually coming out ahead, 17 minutes, 51 seconds.
That is
our fastest woman.
We will see that again. And
those are the times to beat.
We will see what the time to beat is, and we've still got some pretty similar body type of men doing the D-ball over the shoulder. We were asking you earlier about if it's better to be a little lighter as a CrossFit athlete. We put that on a poll on Instagram, so you might want to go there and check out our poll on Instagram. The poll will stay online until tomorrow, so no stress. Check out all of our coverage of the live stream and on all our social media platforms. Because we're doing an awesome job. Let's give it a high five for us
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
good work.
Yeah, we just high fived us, no problem. So right now we got Dag Magnus Block. He's also doing really good in lane number 11.
So we've got some more ladies just coming back in here. Is that lane number 1?
And as I said before, you saw maybe in the heat before Dominik Schreffler, he was a little bit struggling with the D-ball. It's the same here for Christina Perschel. She's just a lighter athlete. Huge advantage on those body weights. With those heavier weights, it's a bit of a struggle. It will be interesting to see if she can make up some ground afterwards in the second part of the workout. Right now the men are all having a good rhythm. Nobody really seems to struggle with those D-balls. Or am I missing something, Jen?
60 kilos for the men, 40 for the ladies. No,
Also
they're moving.
Interesting. No one seems to struggle with the sand. It doesn't really matter. Also, if I see one guy with glasses in there.
I'm looking out here. You see the competitor in the red shirt out there. He has an interesting strategy with picking it up. Most of the competitors are just bringing it to their waist and using their hips to pop it over. But he's actually going into a full squat and then using that full squat to burst out.
Why not?
Use
We
the
got.
momentum.
I mean, you know, he can then use more of his hips. Always better.
Oh, and look at
Why
that.
not?
He's the first one finished.
No, we got actually. Sorry, Jen, but we got Dag Magnus Block already going over there. As I said before, last year he finished on the podium. He was one of the best ones. He will just cross our commentator booth at the moment. You see him here with those white sleeves. The sleeves are also a very good strategy on those D-balls because you know you kind of want to build a shovel with your forearms, and then you can throw it over your shoulder. And you know, with all the sweat going on and the sand, this is a really good strategy. He's now the first one going in, and he's a taller athlete, so we will see if he's actually struggling with those air squats and if he can keep up this high tempo. Then we got last year's competitor as well. That's Adrian Juras.
Out of CrossFit Balica, coming in second for the man. Balitska.
I'm not sure. I think he's Polish. He is competing, as I said, he was last year here before. Running with a water ball. That's also good strategy. Get some water in there. Always a good strategy.
Our athletes are now moving to 10 rounds of 10 air squats, 5 dumbbell ground to overheads on each arm.
That is absolutely true. We still got 3 ladies left on the competition floor doing the D-ball over the shoulders. One of it is Christina Perschel. We got Lena Brucher. That's who we favored in this. Also struggling a little bit. And also in the lane next to her, that is Marlene Fleck from Cross Zone. Both they know this because they are always working out with each other, as it seems, because they are both from the Cross Zone. So, and we got a similar situation as in the heat before. The lightest athlete, Christina Perschel, she's still doing those D-balls, but she's having a really good strategy, working from the hips. That's what you want to do in there.
Right now in lane number 1, we've got our next lady taking off here.
That is Lena Brucher.
Lena Brucher, that's right.
And now we got Christina Perschel being the last one on those D-ball over the shoulder. I hope that the spectators are giving her some applause and some power because she got a finish in there, man. Hope to get a picture of the guys doing the air squats and the dumbbell ground to overhead. I see our staff doing it. Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. You're doing an awesome job. Now we have.
Let's see here who we've got moving. I'm still liking here this lane number 6. Look at that speed.
Yeah, that's
there.
Robert Hirtz. He seems to be the smallest guy out there, which always helps when you have to move something from the ground to overhead. And of course, always helps if you have to do some air squats. We will see some shorter guys later on as well when I would say the competition level gets higher. Let's wait and see. In lane number 11, that is Dag Magnus Block. Why am I pronouncing those names in like American, Jen?
It's because you're
Explain it
hanging
to
out
me.
with me all day. In lane number 1, we've got Lena Bruckner from Cross Zone. Lane number 2, Marlene Fleck.
Yeah.
Fleck.
And
Lane
we got
3, Blanka Plakova.
Yeah, and we got Lena Brucher just coming in, doing some air squats. Let's wait and see. You see the judge is critical of those air squats. Interesting strategy also Dag Magnus Block. We just saw him switch the dumbbell on top.
And he is in lane number 11.
Yep, and he's still in front. Seems like he should win this one. And you see, I mean, here it is. Here it is all about not suffering. Here it is all about not breaking, not trying to catch some air. Do all of it in a good tempo, but don't get confused, because I don't know, Jen, have you ever done a workout with 10 rounds?
It's hard. I mean,
It's
I think
hard.
we've seen earlier today that this is really where the competition is won or lost, is in how fast can you move those air
Absolutely.
squats.
And if you guys have ever done a workout with 10 rounds at home, I mean, in round number 3 you go like, this looks good.
Yeah,
In round number 5 you go like, oh my god, I'm only at half point. And in lane number 7, if you're not smart enough, you're dying.
By round 10, you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, this
And
was the hardest workout I've done.
Yeah. So now we got
So in lane number 8 here, we've got Manuela Barbic.
absolutely. She seems to move very quick. We got with the ladies, I would say it's Marlene Fleck who's leading,
She is lane number 2.
or maybe
She has a
Manuela
nice pace.
Barbic from CrossFit Klagenfurt. They seem to be head to head. Am I correct?
I think so. It's kind of hard to tell just looking at the overall body language, because I think we've seen the competitors from earlier today, that the ones where I thought would be coming in first, just from the pure, the way that they looked, the strength of their body, it's not always the ones who are winning today.
Absolutely,
It's
I'm
just
with
sometimes
you.
it's just a matter of just getting it done.
And we will see with the
And
ladies.
not working at them on the form so much, just getting it done.
Absolutely, we will see lane number 9. That's Christina Perschel, who finished last on those steep ball over the shoulder. We will see if she can make up some ground. It does look quick how she moves. Again, does it pay off to be lighter?
I don't know. You decide.
maybe
You
or
have to
maybe
go
not.
on Instagram and take our poll.
That's what it is. Tell us, what do you think?
But
Does it
overall,
pay off or
not
not?
just this workout, but just
Overall,
overall
that's
in
what it is.
CrossFit. What's your
What do you think?
experience?
I think. I'm not going to tell you what I think. Just go over there and
How
then we
tall
will
are
discuss
you,
it.
Alex?
I'm too tall. You will see this tomorrow. I'm very tall. So now we got, I think, still the Dag Magnus Bloch, because he's moving like in a really incredible pace, switching the dumbbell overhead.
Remember, he's in
And
lane number 11.
Yeah, and he's just not breaking anything. It's just look as he's going without any break.
Oh, look at that. I love he drops it and he jumps right into the squats.
Yeah, and he's smart, just really moving smart. And look at this. Also, you see him, what he does with his hands. He just gives himself some movement, always back up. Because in an air squat, you can do a lot with your hands as well.
Let's see some of the other competitors we've got out there. Lane number 13 is Christopher Lampel from CrossFit Wiener Neustadt.
That is
here,
CrossFit Wiener Neustadt.
hometown.
Hometown hero. Let's wait and see if he can use this home field advantage. But now,
Oh, number 11.
as we said before, the guy who
It's
was
your
leading
favorite.
all the heat, Dag Magnus Bloch. Seems like he's winning, right?
He is winning. He just took off for his loop.
Let's wait and
He is looking strong on that final run.
And he is breaking with 15 minutes or so. I think it's 16 minutes. This is unbelievable. He's
He's
gonna
going to move into first place here for our men. Our fastest man time, male time of the day to beat is 18 minutes and 45 seconds. And I think he is going to beat that.
Yeah, he's going to be first. As I said before, he finished on the podium last year. Absolutely dominated his heat right there, right?
15:30, I'm hearing.
That is
his finish. So he is
unbelievable.
coming in with a pulling away far into the first place. And our first place woman time to beat today so far is 17 minutes and 51 seconds is the time to beat. Let's see if any of these ladies are going to pull off and
Let's
take
wait
Daniela
and see.
Prisching's place.
We will see who comes up first. Body language wise, I would say they look all very good. They don't seem to fall off. This is really smart movement from the ladies in here. Great job. I'm hearing it's 16:30. 16:30. Dag Magnus Bloch. 16:30.
16:30. So he still pulls into first place.
That is unbelievable. We also don't have any surprise. Adrian Jurasch, who was second the whole heat, is now finishing. And you see, compare this sprint to the sprints we saw before. Just say
Right.
something, right?
Let's see what his time is here again. The previous first place from our previous heats was 18 minutes and 45 seconds. Let's see if he can pull into second place.
Absolutely. Now we'll have our third competitor in here. Finishing this run does not look healthy, my friend. Seems like that Jonathan Sindel.
So we've still got some ladies out there working in lane number 9. Christina Perschel. Lane 8.
Can she
Manuela
make up the
Barbic.
ground? That would be interesting to
I
see.
don't
If she could do this, that would be amazing.
She's moving fast of all the competitors out there.
I
think she's
haven't
got
seen
the
her
speed.
take any break. Now she's getting some air, but she got that one. Isn't that the cheering judge?
Ooh,
Okay,
and
it doesn't
number 8, we
matter.
got pulling away
But yeah.
Manuela Barbic.
Absolutely. Manuela Barbic is now moving on. We now got also with the male side, it's Jonathan Sindel coming in. Robert Hirtz is this. He will just finish this one.
So our fastest woman time to beat today was still 17:51. Let's see if these ladies are going to pull it off.
This should be possible. It could be that we're having here. Are we having a head-to-head finish? Because we got Manuela Barbic against Marlene Fleck from Crosszone. Seems like Miss Barbic doesn't see Marlene Fleck, and now she's getting cheers from Austria's fittest woman, Vanessa Wagner, right next to her. Look at this.
Oh, it's a finish.
It now goes head-to-head,
Oh,
and
it's
she
impressive.
overcomes her. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Unbelievable. I mean, if you get cheered
she
by
pulls
Austria's
in.
fittest woman, Vanessa Wagner, you're probably also going to move faster, right?
Absolutely. Let's see who we've got left out here finishing up the last bit of this workout. Again, we are still in heat number 4. So the third round of individual competitors. We still have 2 more heats out here tonight at 7 o'clock and at 7:30.
And those will be top-notch heats. You might want to, sorry, no, you might want to, you want to stay tuned to this. You want
Definitely
to see
stay
that.
tuned to watch this. We've got some of the best competitors in the world coming out here for the last 2 heats.
This is really amazing what we're seeing from these athletes. Still interested if Christina going to make up this deficit that she had. And also Lena Pruger, I didn't expect her to struggle like this, but she does. Very, very good one. But you know, it does look like they are finishing last, but they are finishing last in like the best heat we have seen so far, it seems. And Christina really made it up. She's not going to finish last. She's on her way to the finish line. Great job.
But I'm looking forward to seeing her compete tomorrow because she's really a gymnast, and so I think tomorrow will be interesting to watch her as we get into more gymnastics moves with handstand walking and thing, how she comes across with that. That's where she's going to shine, I think.
Absolutely. It will be amazing to see how they fare.
The last 2 ladies coming in here for the finish.
And always great to see the boyfriend running next to her and giving her nuts. Like, move it, girl. Very good. I love that. That is romance, right?
That is romance. I'm cheering her on. I wonder how many hours she's out there training every day.
Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. And now we got Lena Pruger. We gotta.
Oh, yes.
She's passing. We gotta give her a hand. Come on, Lena. Very good. Just passing our booth. Will
I'm
finish.
excited to watch her tomorrow in the weightlifting, 'cause that's really where she's going to shine.
I hope
strong.
so. I hope so. And it will be interesting to see if she can make up some ground. We do have some great comeback stories. I mean, potential comeback stories ahead of us. Arbeiter Strandbad in the team competition. Guys like Lena Pruger, Dominik Schreffler will be interested to see tomorrow. So, I mean, that's a teaser, guys. You wanna join us tomorrow as well?
You definitely
We're starting
wanna be
at
here
9 o'clock in the
tomorrow.
morning, guys.
So pretty soon we're going to be moving into heat number 5 for the day at 7 o'clock tonight.
Slowly and surely, we are moving on to the highlights.
The highlights.
First, also the first, I would say the first. How do you say it? The first time when they're here.
So we've got in heat number 5 here. Let's talk about the athletes that we've got coming out today. We've got in lane number 1 is going to be Laura Schreiber from CrossFit Ace.
Yeah.
Lane number 2, Jutta Gall-Leitner,
Yep.
another independent competitor, followed by
Absolutely.
Nina Ladvenikova, who's also independent.
Yep. Nina Latvenikova.
Ladveniko, and I'm excited to watch her because she's 16 years old here.
That's unbelievable. Once
Top.
again, I can always say, ask yourself if you're watching in front of the TV right now, what did you do when you were 16? Probably not
went to the
competing with
games.
top-class
Amazing.
athletes.
Yeah. Lane number 4, we have Philip Wilching.
Philip Wilcznik, a machine, as I always
Out of
say.
Graz.
Unbelievable competitor. I know him since a long, long time. You know, the harder the workout gets, the more it challenges your mind, the better he is. Then we got Alberto Scalisi, which is one of the top names in this competition. We will have to have a poll on the best names also. He's from the Koi in Vienna. We got Christoph Ranz, Train Blue CrossFit, also from Graz. Stefan Spindler, CrossFit Pantheon. We got Susan Treppner, CrossFit Jena.
And she ranked 10th at our qualifiers. Last year, she came in 18th at the German Throwdown, so she's a competitor to watch out here today.
Does say something, of course. Then we got Livia Plettenberg, Triller CrossFit.
She's an UFC fighter.
Yeah, she was a UFC fighter. That's unbelievable. You know, I asked her what is like how many wins and losses she had, and her question was officially or unofficially. So you know, she's not counting the street fights. Then we got Sarah Klitzke from CrossFit Jole, Manuel Schrammel CrossFit Lastgrift, Martin Kruslic, Alpha Prime CrossFit, Dino Smajic in CrossFit Sarajevo, and Jakob Christoph Weber CrossFit Salzburg in lane 14.
I think we're getting ready to start here.
Coming up for you on Saturday and Sunday with
So remember, we're going to be out here on both Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, starting bright and early. Got to get up, get
And
this live stream on, watch every minute of it, turn
Of
on
course,
to Instagram,
you know,
join us.
You can. The best thing about it is you can have us with the breakfast, you can have dinner with us, and you can have lunch with us.
Absolutely, we'll be here.
We will be here all day. Just turn on YouTube, turn on whatever, wherever you can get our live stream coverage and join us. 15 seconds.
15
Jen,
seconds.
you
kicking
ready to
this
start
off.
the
I
clock?
am ready.
10
10,
seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
And so we are starting here. As I said once before, once the lanes are set, we're gonna say again who's where. But this is now 13 guys, or I think 14 guys in here. So this is going to be fun.
And remember, the first thing they have to do is actually set up their bike, because the bikes all start at the lowest position, and so the first challenge is really
Now I'm changing position.
And you
Get
have
that
to do
bike.
this. And you have to do this because
Speed.
And imagine you just you did it and it's like not working. I mean, and you still have to do 3K on this. So once again, Laura Schreiber in lane number 1 with the, I think it's the green, blue, whatever, the shirt. It's a green shirt, I would say. It's a green
she
shirt.
is in a light green shirt.
Absolutely. We got Jutta Gall-Leitner, independent.
Lane number
She
2.
is in lane number 2. She had a pink top. Then Nina Ladnikova.
And she is our 16-year-old
She's 16-year-old,
Slovakian
and
champion.
it will be amazing. Imagine her winning.
Unbelievable.
And kicking some older butt in here. And then we got Philip Wilcznik, CrossFit Graz, in lane number 4. We got in lane number 5, Alberto Scalisi, the Koi. We got in lane number 6, we got Christoph Ranz, Train Blue CrossFit. Who's in lane number 7, Jen?
Lane number 7, we have Stefan Spindler from CrossFit Pantheon.
Yeah.
Lane number 8, Susan Treppner from CrossFit Jena. Lane number 9, Livia Plettenberg from Triller CrossFit. Lane number 10, Sarah Klitzke from CrossFit.
Jules.
Tell us about the rest of the people we've got out there
And then we
today.
got Manuel Schrammel, CrossFit Lastkraft. He is in lane number 11. And then we got in lane number 12, Martin Kruslic, Alpha Prime CrossFit, one of our foreign competitors in here. Dino Smajic, CrossFit Sarajevo. He's also in here, competing in lane number 13. And in lane number 14, we got Jakob Christoph Weber. Let's wait and see how they are competing in here. And Jen, you're doing such a great job in every heat telling us what the workout is. Could you do this?
Absolutely.
Again,
For
please?
people
For everybody
who
who's
just
just joining.
tuned in today, we've got our first workout of the day. Again, we started off with our team competition earlier in the night. We had Team NEO walking away with a first place in that team part of this competition with 15 minutes, 15 seconds, followed by Food Spring Athletics, and they really 17 minutes 26 seconds. So Team NEO really pulled away to a strong lead here today.
Very good.
Third place we had Team Mornockrel with 17:34, and then the rest of the teams were really close, kind of neck and neck for place 2, 3, and 4. But in that first place, really that Team NEO pulled ahead.
You know, one interesting storyline in here right now is in lane number 13 we got Dino Smajic, and it seems like I don't want to say too much. I don't know if it's a girlfriend or not, but our co-commentator on the floor here, and if you're smart, you're gonna join this competition tomorrow live in Wiener Neustadt. She jumped in, she snuck in as a co-commentator here to help out, and she's Team Smajic, so we're not going to hear it.
So if the people on the floor suddenly hear a woohoo or let's go, it's probably her shouting.
It's probably him and her.
So going back to our workout today, for our individual competitors, we are currently working on the event called Sandy, and that is because we are literally competing in the sand. I think the competitors were a little surprised. We have our outdoor workout. I think they were expecting a swim because right behind us here we have a little lake.
Yeah.
And I think last year there was a swim, and so this year that was a change-up, which some of the competitors I think were a little surprised at.
Yeah, absolutely. They all took their swimming shorts with them. I talked to some of the competitors. Mostly I heard like, meh, why not? Because it's also very hot. They like to swim. And also for us, it's always enjoyment to see those big guys struggling with something when it comes to athletic
But the
ability.
nice part of this workout today is that the people who are here watching, which you should be tomorrow, we can watch the whole thing. So they're running, but it's literally right here in front of us. Whereas when you're swimming as a I don't know if you've ever gone to watch anyone in a triathlon or a competition like this. When they're off swimming, it is not that fun to watch.
No.
And so that is really the best thing of this competition, in my opinion, is that it's outside, but yet you can see the whole thing. And so if you are not here right now, you need to get here tomorrow.
Yeah, you need to come here tomorrow. I mean, what else you want to do on a Saturday, guys?
Absolutely.
Honestly. It's August. There's nothing going on the streets. It's Wiener Neustadt is the place to be. You have to come over here. There's just, if not,
It's my first time here.
Give me a good reason why not. And right now we just wanna, because we got the results of the heat before also in there. We want to give you the top 3 competitors at the moment. Without a surprise, we got Dag Magnus Bloch being first. He, as I said before, was on the podium last year. That's no surprise. Adrian Jurasch is second, and Jonathan Sindel from Erlangen is third. It's pretty awesome to see 3 competitors from 3 different countries in here, which also says a lot about the Austrian Throwdown. This competition wants to be internationally known, and it's on its best way. And then we also got with the girls, Daniela Prischnik from CrossFit Donauwerft, Marlene Fleck, Cross Zone in second, and Manuela Babic, CrossFit Klagenfurt in third. And in team, just for all those guys that tuned in later, we got Team NEO, Food Spring Athletics in second.
I
and
got to interrupt you. We got our first male competitors off the bike onto the
What
first
took them so
run.
long? And now we will have some fun. We're both standing up again, trying to get the best view.
I think we've got
to
all
those
of our
competitors.
male competitors up. We have one more male competitor. Dino, number 13, is still on the bike. The rest of the competitors are off running.
So far, Jen, we're still waiting for a girl to beat a guy on the bike. I want
That's right,
to
but our
see that.
first place, the women, our first place woman here.
So now we got the guys coming to the D-ball over the shoulder. Not an easy task to do. As we said before, this D-ball is 60 kilos, but we can see compared to those heats before, those D-balls are moving a lot faster, right?
Right,
Jen?
remember our time to beat right now for the men is 16 minutes and 28 seconds. See if they want to move into first place here.
Those D-balls are really, really fast. We got Dino Smajic in lane number 13. He's doing a great job, really on those D-balls. If you see him, he is moving very, very fast without a break, it seems like. And then let's have a look and tell you what the lane
So some of our ladies are coming on in here now to start.
See him there? Peter Smites now taking a little break.
So we've got lane number
All in
1
all, we got
back there.
Philip Wilcznik in lane number 4. Moving those D-balls pretty smooth. I talked to Philip before and I was asking, like, what do you think, what will fatigue? And he said nothing.
Nothing.
No, he's not a talker. I gotta be honest with you, but just a machine. The harder the workout gets, the more he loves it. But he's smart on those D-balls. I see all of those athletes really not like putting the pedal to the metal. You know what I mean? They're just smart with their conditioning, smart when it comes to getting tired, doing a great job. Also good technique, coming out of the shoulder. You want to get that D-ball to your hips, throwing them with the hips, violent hips extension, over your shoulder, full extension. Jen, why don't you want to tell us what the standard is for those D-balls?
Happy to. Remember, the ball has to clear over the shoulder, and your hips have to be fully extended at the top. And so our judges are out there watching to make sure that no one just throws it over their bicep, halfway stands up to make sure that this competition remains fair.
Absolutely, and as you see, you see those, even if they are moving at a high tempo, you don't want to make too much of those D-balls, right? Because those D-balls over the shoulder are hard.
Right, they got 40 kilograms those ladies are lifting, 60 for the men.
That's what it is. Once again, we do have an interesting storyline. Livia Plettenberg, she has to be the smallest athlete in here, I think. And she is not struggling that hard with those 40 kilos as I expected.
Oh, we got our first
And
male
how
athlete
it's
already finished off onto the
unbelievable.
run. Unbelievable.
They're all actually going. All our men. Oh my God, this will be great.
Unbelievable.
Could be a head-to-head finish, a group head-to-head finish for once. And let's see, Miss Latnikova, our 16-year-old girl, she's doing a great job out there. I mean, look at her.
She is in, tell me the lane she's in.
She's in lane number 3.
Lane number 3.
And she is doing great at the moment. She doesn't have too many problems moving that, but now she's got never a good sign when you get the hands on your knees.
Right,
but now
so
she's moving
Nina out
on.
there, she's 16. She finished 9th in the world in the 2019 Open just a few weeks ago in Madison, Wisconsin.
Very
She's been
smart.
first in Slovakia in her age group. Last year, she also went to the Games 2018, and she came in 7th.
That's true, but we now got a next girl leaving. That's Susanne Treppner from CrossFit Jena. She is moving on, running one lap, and then going to do some dumbbell, go round to overhead, and do some air squats, you know?
So, Alex, tell me who we still got out there. Who's still out there on the...
Well, when it comes to the D-ball over the shoulder, we got Livia Plettenberg now leaving. We got Latnikova still working, as expected, because this is just hard, you know? This is just a whole lot of weight. And we also got Sarah Klitzke from CrossFit Jewel.
Now,
And when we
Livia
were talking
Plettenberg,
about the
you
leaders...
told me,
Sorry.
did Livia Plettenberg used to coach you, or you worked out with her before?
Oh, I don't want to talk about that experience because it's just broke my heart. One of the hardest CrossFit lessons in the world when she's coaching. I gotta admit. So let's just. But I will. You know what? That's a teaser. I will tell you more tomorrow.
Excellent.
And yeah, and we have those guys competing now in the dumbbell ground to overhead. Interesting strategy from lane number 4, Philip Wilcznik. Seems very sad. Lets his arms hang down. Very interesting. Let's see who moves the fastest.
Over here in lane number 2, moving
Yep.
quickly, we've got Jutta Galeitner, who's independent.
Pays to be independent, huh?
Wow, she's speeding through those. Who
Yeah,
else have
she
we
is
got out here?
by far quicker than every girl in here. And with
Lane number 8, returning Susan Treppner.
Yep. I think, you know, gotta be honest with you, if Jutta does everything good here, Jutta Galeitner, the heat win will be hers. Very interesting situation with the male competitors because they seem to move like all the time at the same pace. interesting strategy. Lane number 12 just looked at his watch. I don't know if he has a appointment later, Martin Kruzlic, or if he's really pacing. You know, if I mean that is really interesting. If you pace yourself, really orientate yourself, try to keep the pace that you set yourself. Very interesting to know if he kept that going.
Well, I'm interested to see too with these competitors out here. We placed them in these heats based on how well they did in the qualifying competition. So looking at the ladies out here, for example, Laura Schreiber out here, she placed 6th at the qualifiers, whereas Susan Trepner came in and she was 10th in our qualifiers. And so I'm curious to see if the qualifying times actually translate into better performance in the workouts.
Absolutely. We will really have to say, I mean, I got to tell you once before, the heat before Dag Magnus Bloch, he will surely finish better than his qualifying place. I'm eager to see if we really will have a head-to-head finish with the guys in here. Hope we can catch this with the camera. That would be amazing if we would have a 5-guy finish sprinter, so maybe we will see another leap, right? In the first individual heat, we had a head-to-head finish, and we had a dive or leap,
for the finish. And remember, our time to beat for the men today is standing at 18:45.
That will be interesting to see. We got Philip Wilczek in lane number 4,
minutes,
struggling
30
a bit.
seconds. We're at 15 minutes and 30 seconds.
Interesting. I think at some point one of the guys will run away. And we will see who it is. 10-4. Which lane will it be?
So looking forward to tomorrow, our second WOD that these competitors will be competing in is a 15-calorie row for the men, 12 for the ladies, followed by 1 round of DT. Tell me, for the people who are newer to CrossFit, what is DT?
DT is 12 deadlifts, 9 hand cleans, and 6 shoulder to overhead. So you can do whatever you want to do.
And that's 70 kilos for the men, 50 for the ladies.
It's one of the favorite workouts of a lot of people in here. Gotta be honest with you. DT is just barbell fun, throwing it around and looking good. That's all. That's what it's all about.
And then moving into the third WOD of this competition tomorrow, competitors are going to be starting off with 70 double unders, 30 wall balls, 2 times 8-meter handstand walks.
That will be interesting to
4
see
rounds.
who's struggling, who did their homework with the handstand walk.
Right,
but
and going back to our question we were asking earlier on Instagram, which you can still participate in.
You have to participate, guys. If you're not participating, you're not in there.
And the question is?
Does it pay off to be lighter as a CrossFit athlete? I'm really interested to see this because you see a lot of those top guys finish. They're a little bit lighter, good athletes, like good in gymnastics, but are they able to do the hard barbell work as well? I'm interested to know.
Right.
So right now we got none of the guys finished yet. We do see some bad body language from lane number 4, Philip Wilczek. Good movement in lane number 12, Martin Kruzlic. Seems to have a plan. Looking at his watch and really knowing kind of that he likes his pacing, it seems. We got some hands in the hips. That's always interesting to see right in front. I think that has to be Alberto Scalisi. No, I'm sorry. That is Christoph Franz.
So looking out here, which lady do you think is pulling into lead here?
I mean,
which lane?
As I said before, it does seem to as I said before, Jutta Garleitner, she will win this one. I'm pretty sure. Would be amazing because she really put herself in front after the D-ball over the shoulders and was by far the best athlete. Would be surprising to not see her on top of this heat.
Top right, and she came in 7th in our qualifiers, just a little bit behind Laura Schreiber. So we'll see if those qualifiers are actually predicting here how well they're going to do at this competition.
Laura was surprisingly struggling with those D-ball over the shoulder. I didn't expect that. Now we got our first guys finish up. That's the Koi. That is Alberto Scalisi, number 1. Then we got Mr. Kruzlic going on, and this will be that's what we wanted, the head-to-head finish, the dive, the leap. I want to see this. Oh my God, Alberto is not into sprinting. Okay, this will not be a head-to-head finish because Alberto...
He's checking behind them.
He was checking behind, no problem in there. And it does seem like we do have... I think it's Stefan Spindler with the blue shorts. He's coming in as third.
First place here coming in at 16:55.
That is really a good time. This will is it enough for the heat for the overall lead? That is the question. And now we see Jutta Garleitner as the first female competitor finishing this workout. And now she will either jog or she will sprint because it's all about placing right now.
Right, so 16:55 is going to move our male competitor into second place, right behind Dag Magnus Bloch, who came in at 16:28 in our last wave.
Absolutely. There you have Jutta Garleitner, the first female competitor finishing. And we got Philipp Wilcznik
As predicted.
finishing strong with the run.
So we got our first female competitor in as predicted.
Finally, very good. And this should be a good time, I guess.
Let's see, can she come into first place here? Our first female time to beat is 17:51.
We will have to wait and see, but it does seem like it. Now we got also Dino Smajic coming over, finishing the workout. Those are some pretty good times right here.
So that 18:50 is going to put Jutta into second place, right behind Daniela Prisching, who came in at 17:51.
She will be a little bit behind. Yeah, she will be behind. Daniela Prisching will stay in first.
I think there will be a close race at the female side.
So remember that those competitors who started off in the wave before this were not ranked coming into this competition.
Absolutely.
So we've got two people coming into the competition who are not ranked, holding on to the first place after this wave. And these competitors, several of them were ranked top 10 in the qualifiers.
Absolutely.
Aber ich glaube nicht, dass, wenn ich da alle rumläuft, dass es auch merkt.
Das nehme ich in Kauf.
Die alte Dampfwalze.
So we've got a couple people still out there finishing. Let's take a look at who we have left on the floor here. Number 9, we have Olivia Plettenberg.
Yeah, our UFC fighter. She's finishing the workout and now she's on her way. She wasn't the best one in the deep ball over the shoulder, but she was one of the lighter, smaller athletes that really could make up some ground. So once again, go to Instagram, tell us, does it pay off to be lighter as a CrossFit athlete or not? Or can you do all of this being packed on with muscles?
And we've got number 3 out there is still Nina. I'm cheering for her, our 16-year-old youngest competitor.
Absolutely. I think it's just amazing that she's out there competing with those people that are like double her age, right?
24 years old.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable. And this is a hard workout for a 16-year-old to do because you got you have those deep ball over the shoulders. I mean, that's 40 kilos. When I was 16, I don't even know if I had 40 kilos.
And then in lane number 10, we've got finishing up here Sarah Klitzke.
Doing a great job. Right now, we will have to see how this one turns out on the final results. We will give you the final results of this one when usually we have those results when the final heat is spiking, and we have some really big guns coming up in this last heat. This will be amazing because we got the dawn, we got some really nice light, and the sun is going down. We can say it's Friday night lights, right?
Friday night.
It's Friday night lights right here at the Austrian Throwdown 2019. Once again, we would like to invite you to join this competition tomorrow. You want to come over, you want to have some fun. We got a huge vending stage, right?
Where can I go if I want to come?
Just go to Arena Nova in Wiener Neustadt, okay?
Wiener
You can
Neustadt.
go with the train to Wiener Neustadt and then take a cab. It's not expensive. You can go by car. You can surely fly. I mean, there's an
To
airport.
my
right there,
Chicago
okay.
friends, you just get on a plane, you fly to Vienna, and let me know, and we'll get you an Uber.
Yeah, of course, it's no problem.
Come all the way from
We
America.
can do what there are
Absolutely.
ways here, okay?
get
That's
you
what we
here.
want to do. So come over, join the fun, enjoy great food, enjoy great vending, win some prizes, get to see those amazing athletes. There's not a single reason why not to come.
I can't think of a better way to spend my weekend than here in Wiener
course
Neustadt,
not.
out here watching CrossFit. We want to
And
thank all of
snacks.
our great sponsors out here today, like NEO.
Absolutely, Food Spring, everybody.
Sie für ein Interview kommen wollen. Wenn Sie wollen, dann redet, es werden der Mondweiler und wahrscheinlich Tour de Tour sein.
Ihnen nur über das Werk hat, weil die sollen ja morgen nochmal für ein längeres Interview kommen, ja?
So right now we are just here trying to enjoy those Friday night lights. As we are just right now, we see people are already moving to see the guys on the bike because there will be superstars over there. Adrian Mundwieler, there will be no Bina Goldner because she's already done, just trying to show off her dancing skills in front of us.
Oh, it's going to be a photo finish here for these ladies coming in here. Nina.
And we'll have Turi Helgadottir. Now we will have a photo finish. Will we have a photo finish?
No, I think Nina pulled away there at the end. That's where the youth kicks in. You've got that little extra juice to take you to the finish.
That's where the youth kicks in. I like that, Jen. Okay, so we just got finished with this heat. As of now, we don't have official results, only unofficial. We do think that on top, nothing has changed, right?
I do not think so. I think the people from the last wave still retain their first place finishes, and that is Daniela Prisching with a time of 17:51. She is the competitor to beat today for the ladies. And for the men, top place to beat is?
Dag Magnus Bloch. I'm now pronouncing it German, not American. You see that? I changed because I gotta say Doc Magnus Bloch. Yeah. As of now, we don't think that something has changed. We will have the final results or the results of this heat and the overall standing when the next heat is on the bike. And now we have the big heat. Jen, who is in there and on which lane?
This is the lane. This is the heat to watch here. We've got one last heat tonight. On bike number 1, we are going to have Thuri Helgadottir from CrossFit Zug.
That is the female superstar, the favorite.
And bike number 2, Karen Frey, Slovakian champion, 4-time champion, rookie last year at the games in Madison, Wisconsin, just earlier this month.
That's what's up.
Lane number 3, Stephanie Schabel. She has been the Austrian champion CrossFitter.
Yeah.
Adrian Mundweiler is going to be on bike number 4. Tell us about his amazing credentials, Alex.
I mean, it would take the whole heat if I would tell you what he has accomplished so far as a CrossFitter. I'm just going to tell you so much. 8th overall at the CrossFit Games just 2 weeks earlier. Just by far the biggest favorite here, the biggest name, and just enjoy it. 7 seconds and we're going on. Who is in lane number 5?
Luke Duca. 3, 2,
Yeah.
1. Los.
And we got Mundwieler in 4th. We got in lane number 5, Luka Djukic. We got Daniel Jan in lane number 6.
Lane number 7, Victor Schroeder, another Austrian favorite out there today.
Absolutely.
Lane 8, Belinda Haber, best name ever.
Best name ever. That's a CrossFit name right there.
Changing position.
Lane number 9, who we got out there today, Alex?
Lane number 9, we got in here Aneta Kohutova.
From
You always
Alpha
give me
Prime
those names, huh?
CrossFit. Lane number 10, Lena Camper. Lane 11, Ariel Barwinski. And our last 3 lanes here, lane number 12, Clements Brechtsiegel. Lane 13, Adam
Barwinski. No, Ariel Barwinski, sorry.
And in our very last lane, lane number 14, we have
Dimitri Damiljanovic.
and this is really the heat to watch.
This is the heat to watch. We got on lane number 1, that's Turi Helgadottir. I'm sorry, Turi started, that would be wrong. She is the one with the green shoes on lane number 1. If you're new to CrossFit, she is one of them. She's the favorite. She's one of the superstars in this sport. In lane number 2 with the cornrows, the Allen Iverson hair, you want to say, is Karina Freiva. As you said before, she has been to the CrossFit Games before.
Yeah, she actually finished
No shaky camera movement right now.
this past year.
Get your position. One stays at
Attended the CrossFit Games this past year as a rookie in her first year after finishing 4 times in a row, 4 years in a row as the fittest woman in Slovakia. Last year, she placed first at the German Throwdown. She also came in first place in the 2018 Cyprus Throwdown. So I think she's going to really be someone to watch here because she is really up and coming.
Yeah. And you want to keep your eyes on lane 4 whenever you can. Blue t-shirt, the headband, red sweat, what do you call it? Ankle, heads, whatever, sweatbands on his arms. That is Adrian Mundwieler. That is the big favorite. The talk of the town was that nobody's going to beat him anywhere. So let's wait and see how he does. He does seem to be really cool on the bike, right?
He is amazing. There's a whole documentary on him by Foodspring that they recently put out this past fall. This guy's workout routine is unbelievable. He wakes up at about 7 in the morning, works out from 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, all the way through till 10:30 at night. I mean, literally just watching his daily routine was exhausting.
That is absolutely
Amazing.
right.
Another huge person to watch is on bike number 1. We have Þurí Helgasdóttir. She is originally from Iceland, currently living in Switzerland. She came in 10th this past year in the games. Really hard field. We have to talk to her, I think, tomorrow. So many strong competitors coming out of Iceland, and she is one of them.
It's unbelievable. What do they put in the water there in Iceland,
I have no idea, but unbelievable. At the games this past year, she came in first place on the sprint part of the competition. Incredibly fast competitor. So I'm really excited to see her get off this bike here and move towards the run because she is really fast.
So we will have to wait and see. I'm really eager to see if we have Þurí Helgasdóttir beating the guys on the bike because we haven't had that today. So it will be interesting to see if someone can do that.
Right. Looking at some of these other guys out here today, Victor.
Yeah, Victor Schröder,
favorite Austrians.
Absolutely, one of the up-and-coming guys from CrossFit Wiener Neustadt. Also kind of a factory of top CrossFitters. Steffi Schabels comes from there, Anna Donauer comes from there, and also Victor Schröder. He's doing a lot of teamwork lately, and now he's going solo. I bet it's great for him to compete there. And also on lane number 6, you're going to have Daniel Jahn, a very short, compact athlete. You know, he will, whenever there's burpees, you're going to kill him. He's going to really kill it on the burpees. He's going to kill it on the air squats. But again, with him, the question is, will he struggle on those D-balls or not?
Okay, Mamo, let's go to the side.
Another key competitor to watch out here today is Stephanie Schabel, an Austrian favorite. She has actually won this Austrian Throwdown on past events.
Yeah, she's just been a really unbelievable competitor, and she just hurt herself at some point in the last years, and that took her some step back. That's why she wasn't able to compete with Vanessa Wagner, Paula Zikowski for the top place in Austria for a place at the CrossFit Games.
And looking at her qualifier scores to get into this competition, her scores were top across all 3 of our qualifier workouts. So I'm looking forward to seeing how your top Austrian competitor takes on someone like Þurí, who's really not just top in her own country, but really top in the world.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think it just has to be amazing for those guys to compete against a guy like Mundwiller or against Þurí Helgasdóttir. So I think all of those guys in this heat, they are really enjoying this. Let's just wait and see. Daniel Jahn in lane number 6 looks a little bit bored on that bike. And without a surprise, the superstar, Adrian Mundwiller, is killing it and killed it on the bike. He's taken the first lane, and he will be the first one at the D-ball over the shoulder. Who will be the second? It is the man with the blue shirt. It's Ariel Barwinski. And then we got Djukic coming in after him. Daniel Jahn is behind him. He's actually a NEO athlete. Then it's Dimitri Damljanovic.
Oh, we've got our ladies off the bike. Karen Frey is off the bike first.
Nicola Frey is on the bike. Helgasdóttir is still on the bike. That is a bit of a surprise.
Well, as we said, Karen Frey is really one to watch. She's up and coming.
She is really one to watch, and she is really giving up. And now we're going to have Mundwiller going on those D-balls. And look at the speed compared to what we have seen so far. Look at this. This is like he's throwing a soccer ball over his shoulder. It's this, and he's already has a lead of 4 D-ball over the shoulder when the first one comes to do the first D-ball over the shoulder. Unbelievable. Now we got Daniel Jahn, one of the smaller athletes, as I said before, coming in, doing those, and he's really putting the pedal to the metal. He's coming in very, very fast. Victor Schröder now going to do those D-ball over the shoulders. And also Ariel Barwinski doing a great job.
So we've got Karen Frey, the first lady, picking up that med ball. Þurí coming in quickly. As we said earlier, she is a fast competitor.
Yeah, we got Karen Frey coming in, and we got now Þurí Helgasdóttir. It will be interesting to see, but
Followed up.
Freya, she is throwing this guy just like Mundwiller over the shoulder as if it was nothing. And now you see Mundwiller going to the same strategy we have talked all along, putting the ball to the hips and then throwing it over, right?
The table over shoulder looks just as easy as the guys do. It's 40 kilos for the ladies and 60 for the
Remember, that ball weighs 60 kilos for the men, 40 for the ladies, and so they are just picking that up as if it's nothing.
It's really impressive to see those top guys throwing this one around as if it was nothing. Turi Haggadardir just going to the same strategy we were talking all along. It seems to be a bit harder for her to throw this ball over the shoulder. Fry is doing a lot better there, right?
Yeah, well, remember that goes back to our Instagram poll that we are still taking. We need you to log into Instagram and make a vote. Is it better to be a smaller CrossFit competitor overall, or is it better to be big?
Yeah, that's what we wanted to ask, and now we got Karen Fry and we got Mundwiller already. But I mean, it feels like they have just begun with it. Mundwiller taking the tempo not too far. Right behind him is Dukic. It is unbelievable. He's really holding the tempo. He's one of those, as I said before, young up-and-coming CrossFitters who can't push him, and he does. We'll be interested to see on those dumbbell ground to overhead, if you can say. Now we just in front of our booth is Freya, Karen Fry. She's coming in, and now we got a head-to-head. Adrian Mundwiller and Mr. Dukic. Look at Dukic. Does not shy away from the competition, and he just overtook Adrian Mundwiller.
He's feeling good right now. He just pulled ahead of our favorite male competitor.
That is what it is, and for the first time, a lady is the first one to come to the dumbbell snatches. I gotta say, that is a statement right there from Freya.
Unbelievable. Well, her times.
And now we got Mundwiller coming in there. I hope the technique or someone from direction place gives us now a camera to the competition floor where the people are doing their air squats. Turi Haggadardir is also on her way to the dumbbells and to do some air squatting. We will now get the view of it. There we go. Adrian Mundwiller. Now, Jen, it will be interesting to see. What do you think? Will he do breaks, or will he just...
Oh, no, he's definitely not going to do breaks. That's my prediction. So
let's
look at which competitors are in which lane now that we've moved over here. Let's refresh our
At the moment, we do have here, I think it will be, and look at Dukic. He's got his game face on, because he's doing all of his reps facing Mundwiller. That is Mr. Luka Dukic.
He is out to win.
You are really putting on a statement in here, doing it face to face, going like, show me what you got. I like that. That spices up the competition, but Adrian Mundwiller does not seem intimidated at all. Go in his tempo as if he would ride a bike up a hill.
We're talking about Adrian Mundwiller is in lane number 4, and lane number 5 is Luka out there.
Look at Dukic.
Facing each other. He is the first competitor we've seen who's actually turned and facing the other way.
And it's really unbelievable that he does that, number one. Number two, he doesn't seem to break, and he seems to be really fast. I'm not sure if he's burning out a little bit. You know, that's a risky game he's playing. Also at the girls, we see Freya in lane number 2 moving very fast. And also Turi Haggadardir, she is also moving very fast. We can see her. And she doesn't have any problems at all.
And that's lane
that
number
is
1.
perfect form right there from Turi Haggadardir, who doesn't break at all.
She is unbelievable.
And
look at Karen Freya. I think she is going to win this one.
Yeah. Freya is very fast.
Very
also
fast.
very good. She, you see what she does with her hands? She puts the hand in front of her body, so whenever she touches the ground, she knows that's the time I can stand up. Just gives you a very good thought process right here, and this just looks picture perfect, right?
Unbelievable. Well, it's such a change to watch from our earlier heats to move into this heat. So not only are we keeping perfect form as they're moving, but the speed and not even taking breaks between
Absolutely.
movements.
And look at Turi Haggadardir. Her air squats are just picture perfect. trying to have, also using the arms to do that. And this is unbelievable. Freyeva versus Turi Helgadottir will be interesting to see. And on the male fly side,
we're
we
looking
have
over at Turi Helgadottir in lane number 1. Right there, right behind Karen Frey. Gotta wonder what she's thinking right now, if she's trying to catch her. So we've got the pro here. She's been to the game several times, and then right in front of her is the rookie that's coming.
Very interesting to see. And also, I don't think we have seen anybody moving faster in those air squats as Turi Helgadottir here. It's unbelievable what she does right there. And also on the other side, at the male side, we still got Jukic and Mundwieler going at the same speed all the time in picture-perfect form, facing each other. This is really unbelievable. I've never seen something like that.
Unbelievable. And we got over here in lane number 8, some of our other ladies out there. We have Belinda Haber.
Yeah, absolutely. They are doing a great job as well. Victor Schröder again. We're not having the best view to him, but he seems not to struggle. We see all of those guys actually not struggling at all, but I gotta be honest with you, look at Jukic and Adrian Mundwieler. They are in their league of their own. Absolutely. It's unbelievable what they have done.
But comparing Karen Frey there to Adrian Mundwieler, I mean, I think the lady might take it here.
I think Freyeva will win this one because it's unbelievable. It's like a machine. It's just like a machine working, right? It's unbelievable. Just to let you know,
our time to beat here today is 16:28, currently held by Dag Magnus Bloch on the male side.
And with the female side, we got in lead at the moment. It's Anina Prischnik, still a bit of a surprise. One of the earlier heats, she's still ahead, but I'm not risking too much when I say that those guys that are competing right now, they will beat this.
Oh, I think so.
Mundwieler showing signs of fatigue a little bit. He's now breathing through whenever he's on top of his air squat. Interesting to see. Jukic looks really fast on that. Will be interesting to ask what they think that he was facing. I hope we have a chance. But Freyeva, this is amazing, and also Helgadottir, that is picture perfect squatting every time she does it.
Okay, stay there, both. Emanuel, Mamo, let's go.
And now we see. And once again, look at Jukic, he is unbelievable.
So remember, they have to complete 10 rounds. Oh, we've got Karen Freyeva
pulling up, but she did. Oh my God, she's running the wrong way. She's running the wrong way. It would be interesting to see if someone can catch her. Can Helgadottir come over and beat her? And Luka Jukic is also gone. Seems like Luka Jukic is beating the huge favorite. He just took a last view back, and he's going to win. Unbelievable. And we're going to ask him, if we have a chance to interview him, we're going to ask him what was the strategy facing Mundwieler.
How did he feel about that? Karen pulling away with a strong lead on the ladies' side.
Karen Freyeva will just dominate this one. She will put a statement in there. And for us as watchers, it's unbelievable because tomorrow we have Helgadottir and Mundwieler coming from behind, the comeback kids.
15:40.
We got 15:40. That is the winning time by far. And it wasn't even close. As we said before, there's no risk in saying it. Those guys are just one level above.
15:45 for Karen, pulling into strong first place in front of Daniela Prisching, who came in earlier at 17.
And there we got Adrian Mundwieler, not even second. He got over. Seems like someone overtook him, and it has to be. I'm just gonna ask you something. Unbelievable.
We have Turi out there, number 2, still working on
those. Adam Baska, I think, overtook him. Not so sure, but I'm sure that the guy who's finishing now, that this is Adrian Mundwieler, and he is coming in at third. Very interesting for us to see. Belinda Haber also beating Turi Helgadottir. This will be something that she will remember forever, I guess. And that's something to be proud of. Unbelievable. Steffi Schaub is still working. Belinda Haber is absolutely making a statement once again.
Amazing.
the moment it's Adam Baska. I gotta excuse myself. Clemens Rechtziegel was second. He overtook Adrian Mundwiller. Now, after Adrian Mundwiller, the next guy who will come in, this will be Adam Baska. And then we got Turi Hagedorn, who will finish as the third female athlete. And this sets up to be a great weekend if those guys are not in first place.
We got a 1-2 with these top games athletes, just having really given it all just a couple weeks ago in Madison, Wisconsin. And then if you follow them on Instagram, both of them have really taken some time off after the games. They both went out and had fun with their friends.
Absolutely.
Took a vacation. And then how does that impact preparing for an event like this?
And it is hard. It is just hard, as we see just Steffi Schabel passing our commentator booth to finish in as fourth female competitor right now. Yeah, absolutely. I also think that it's kind of hard, you know, to get your engine started again, also from a mental standpoint. Really try to put your game mind on again. Pretty interesting to know if they have to do it, if they struggle with it or not. I would, to be honest.
Or even coming in, or maybe overconfident that this is going to be a piece of cake to come ahead here and win, thinking that you're going to be the best one and not having to put in full effort. And then
absolutely,
you got people who are out there who want to take your top spot.
What we wanted at the beginning when we started this day today was, can someone challenge those guys, or are they just a league above? And you know what? It's great to see. We got some great challenges out there. I didn't expect Belinda Heber to beat Turi Hagedorn here. I didn't expect Luka Djukic to beat Adrian Mundwiller here. And Karen Freyova just did. She just made a statement. That was unbelievable.
This is going to make for a very exciting weekend.
Then we got Daniel Jahn also finishing the workout, and now the last one is Clemens Rechtziegel. I'm sorry, I got all of the names again from the males confused. We will be better at this tomorrow because we will have a clear view. I'm sorry, guys. So, this one went by pretty fast, huh? We didn't expect that. We now got Daniel Jahn finishing the workout. And now we got Clemens Rechtziegel also coming in as the last male athlete. We'll have to wait and see if we can get the top finishers for an interview, so you might want to stay tuned.
We're wrapping up our first day here today at the Austrian Throwdown, powered by NEO. 5th year of this event. Last year it was called Hypertrophy. Back with a new name, new live stream. First time doing this. I think you did pretty good for your first time. I think I did pretty good for my first time.
We did an absolutely great job. I was pretty amazed how we did it. So.
We would love to hear your comments too. If you go on our Instagram at Austrian Throwdown, give us your thoughts on what did you think of the day?
Yeah.
What did you think of our commenting? Do you want more facts? What do you need for tomorrow to make this more exciting? And definitely we want you to participate in our Instagram activity, which the question of the day is?
The question of the day still, because we have seen some very small or lighter athletes doing the dumbbells, the D-ball over the shoulder, they were not able to really get better or really overcome this deficit that they had. So are they better than off for the rest of the competition? And overall, we just want to know, is it better to be lighter or smaller, like be the little bug that does burpees in light speed? Or you want to be the big muscle guy? And I do think we got Luka Djukic right here. He still seems to be a little KO from the workout, but we gotta ask him quick. The one question is really the most important. Wait a minute. I think we're just having this. I'm sorry.
Geht jetzt die Dings rein? Die Amila steht jetzt drinnen.
So, and then afterwards, of course, you want to stay tuned. We have the interviews, and we're going to review the whole day, and we're going to put some storylines for tomorrow, so you want to stay tuned for that. So now we get the first fan pictures. Luka Djukic is already a big fan. Like, don't think he expected that. Yeah.
Ihr könnt aber noch nicht anfangen. Wir sind noch nicht drauf am Bild.
Okay, as we are just speaking, Luka Djukic just sat down next to us, but we have to wait for the interview until we're on. So you You know what? I have some water for you. You want to have some water? But it's sparkling. Yeah. Okay, perfect. We're now online. Luca, you want to take the microphone? Perfect. So we were just watching you in the workout, and we were amazed because you explained this move. Facing Mundwieler face to face. What was that all about?
I was thinking he was crazy on the bike. He went like 140 pace, and I watched his pace, and I was like, I just need to stay like 10 or 15 seconds behind him. So I was thinking that I can catch him on the run.
Yeah.
And then he went really slow off the bike.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I will stay just on his back after.
You want to put just
after the cleans. So after the cleans, I was like few reps before him, and I was thinking like I saw that he's like a little bit done after the bike, so I was thinking just I'll go on his pace on 10 rounds and I'll try to catch him on the run. And then I saw that I'm like fresh and I can go like really fast pace, and I just hold on for 8 rounds. Then I was little bit tired, and then just went a little bit slower on that last 2 rounds, and then when you're done, it's just about like go.
But Luca, tell me, why did you want to face him face to face?
Because I saw that actually I think that he missed his line. I think that he's number 6,
yes.
And I wanted to face number 6,
yeah.
And I saw that he's not there, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I just wanted to be like rep to rep with him so that I can catch him on the run.
Wow.
But yeah
I
was a little bit faster, yeah.
It's a statement. It's a statement. We were amazed, right?
We were cheering for you out there. So what's your plan for tomorrow?
For tomorrow,
like events for tomorrow, what do you think your strengths are? Where should we be watching?
Events tomorrow are grueling. Like shortest one is 8 minutes with 110 snatch. I think that first and second one like play my strengths a lot, especially the second one with a lot of wall balls, and I think that I can hold serious pace on the first one too.
That's
we'll
the
be
statement.
watching. We can't wait. Well, good luck.
It's unbelievable.
It will be a fine weekend. I just wanted to start on a good note. I did that, and
you sure did.
Yeah, and now it's just about hold that until the end.
Perfect. Go pedal to the metal, man. Thank you very much for stopping by. We got some sweaty hands and some sandy hands. It's okay. Not your fault. Take care, Luca. We will.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, of course. The best to you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, the guy.
Unbelievable.
This really is him. I didn't expect him to be that funny. It's unbelievable. Okay, so I don't think we will get the female winner. We will not. First of all, we will just wrap up this coverage. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Tune in tomorrow. Again, the doors open to the Nova Arena at 9 a.m. So if you have nothing to do or you just want to be part of the best CrossFit event in Austria, come on over and come watch us. Our live stream commenting will start tomorrow at 9:15, so you definitely want to log in for that.
Yeah, so as of this, for Jen and Alex, take care. Good night.
Good night.
NEO. Österreichs Geschenk der Natur hat tief unter dem Burgenland 36.000 Jahre darauf gewartet. Mit absoluter Reinheit und perfekter Mineralisierung Körper und Seele zu erfreuen. Wiener, da ist mehr für mich drin.